And if it is that open, everyone knows the books, lectures, coachings, everything, then why is it only working for a few thousand people and not others, right? And why it is that 1 year you become an IPS and next year you're not able to even qualify prelims? It happens. We all know that, right? I didn't just want to tell you week why दे दिया. This is the actual timetable of one of our student, rank 2. You have it on screen. So I'm not here to give you beginner level advice, although I'll have to walk you through some of the exam structure. What are the X factor that I can add in my mains answer? Overall timeline kya hai? By what month should I be able to cover how much syllabus, etc. And all of this has been worked backward from people who have qualified in their single attempt. You have to have a very clear understanding, clarity of what am I going to do when I wake up tomorrow? I just get a rank. मेरे को उस लिस्ट में नाम चाहिए. If that is not the goal, why am I wasting my 2 years, right? So इतनी sharp preparation होनी चाहिए. Good evening, everyone. Please turn up your camera. It's good to see faces on your name, and it will also help you be extremely attentive for next 40-45 minutes. It helps a lot. When is everyone attempting? If you are attempting for the first time, just drop 2025, or if you have not attempted any attempt, just write 0 or something. If you have attempted already, write number of attempts, 1, 2, 3. If you have attempted mains, please write mains also. Cool. Let's start. Before I start, I have one question, and that is related to how many of you, and I just want you to be slightly vulnerable and honest. Okay, this is it. This is a safe space. You can write. Otherwise, I'll not be able to help you. My question is, how many of you are clear when you will wake up tomorrow? You know exactly what you will do or study. Let me reframe. Do you have a daily timetable? Do you have a weekly timetable or monthly timetable, or let's say yearly? Do you know by the December 2024 this year, how many of you know that मैं इतना कर लूंगा, I'll be able to cover this much? Will you be able to or not? I'm not asking that. It's okay. I'm just asking, do we at least know overall how much am I going to cover by what date? Okay. Struggling with daily plan, managing time is hard, not confident, not sure. Okay, great. So first of all, I'll give you exactly, I'll show you the some of the timetables which you can copy, and you don't need to worry about from tomorrow onwards, because you'll be able to exactly know. It's not like after 1 week, you'll precisely after this webinar, you'll be able to apply things. There is another thing I'll be talking about, is about what are the areas from which we'll do a proper PYQ analysis today. All right. After today, you don't need to worry about anything PYQ. All right. You can either take a screenshot. We'll probably record this and put it on YouTube also. Not sure. But if you have a pen and paper, I'll just wait for 10 seconds. If you don't have, bring your pen and paper. And whatever I'm saying, just write down those things, right? In case we don't put it on YouTube, at least you move out of this webinar at the end of 45 minutes with something very tangible. So what are the things we are discussing today, right? We will work backward. All of us want to crack as soon as possible, ideally in single attempt, right? So you need to look at the rankers and people who have actually done it in one attempt, right? Once you know that, you just work backward from there. What is it that this guy or girl has done? What is it that UPSC is looking for? And how come that whatever they did is matching precisely with what UPSC wants? And if it is that open, everyone knows the books, lectures, coachings, everything, then why is it only working for a few thousand people and not others, right? And why it is that 1 year you become an IPS and next year you're not able to even qualify prelims? It happens. We all know that, right? So what are the things we just need to work backward? That is first. Second, we'll talk about PYQs, right? How do I understand the syllabus better for both prelims and mains? Do I understand PYQs better? In also, when I'm saying PYQ, what I mean is, do I exactly understand what are the most important recurringly asked topics in prelims and mains? And I'll exactly, like I've written down all the topics, so you can just take a screenshot or something. So you'll exactly have the topics for which, what are the 80-20%. Like if I cover those topics, you will have a better shot. इसके बाद you don't have any excuse कि मेरे से वो topic का question नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ. After today, you can't have any excuse on these topics, right? You have to be like really confident about these topics for prelims and mains both. these topics. I've done almost 13 or 12 years of PYQ analysis, right? So you will, like, things have normalized. Sometimes UPSC goes crazy, sometimes no, etc., etc. So things have normalized because we have taken long time. I've also drawn contrast between last 10 years of PYQ and last 3 or 4 years of PYQ. So there are topics which are irrelevant now, right? But they have been asked earlier. So I've drawn a contrast between what has become more relevant in last 3 years compared to what UPSC asked in last 10 years, right? A lot of work has gone in preparing for today. So I would highly request you to stay till the end. Lastly, I'll talk about what do we do in our mentorship, what is our program, when are we launching the next batch, etc. Right? So if you're interested, you can stay till that. These are the things. Plus, there are other things that we'll be talking about. For example, how do I make notes? What are the best notes? What are the X factor that I can add in my mains answer? Overall timeline kya hai? By what month should I be able to cover how much syllabus, etc. Right? So I hope, just drop a yes if you can hear me, if you can see everything, my screen, presentation, everything. Just say yes and then we'll start. Great. I think a lot of people are saying yes. Just give me 1 second. Great. So the first thing is that all of you here, most of the people said you're attempting for the first time. But I'm not going to just assume that you have no idea about what UPSC is. If you don't have any idea about syllabus, you haven't even gone through the syllabus or the notification. I mean, of course, it goes like, I have to assume, right? You'll have to go through all those things. You have to understand the exam, etc. But in today's day and time, when all the YouTube is going crazy, and who is not teaching you today? Rankers are teaching you. Past rankers are teaching you. People who have joined the service, quit the service, are now teaching you. Famous teachers teaching you. I mean, who are you complaining that you don't have the content? मतलब you have to think twice before you say this, right? So ये सब चीजें, information are democratized now. You don't have any excuse. So what I'm trying to say, you don't need any beginner level advice today. I mean, everyone expect you, even if you join some coaching or mentorship, people are generally going to expect you have some basic 30-40% understanding, mota, you understand the structure of the exam and all those things. So I'm not here to give you beginner level advice, although I'll have to walk you through some of the exam structure. What precisely you need, like once I have a plan or daily schedule or something like that, that I have a high level macro understanding of by what month, what am I going to cover, how is it going to help me, etc., then you will have certain momentum built inside your preparation from 1 week or first month itself. Momentum is very important, right? And I'll give you a lot of examples. Second is, it's not going to be as easy or rosy path kind of a thing. You probably, I mean, we all know, right? There are fixed seats, so it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, those are the number of seats. So you will, if things go wrong in between, at the start or after the exam, you have a really good support system with you, right? So these are the things that we'll try to understand. I'll just quickly very fast walk you through. This is the exam date you have. If How many of you already know 25th no आपके exam का date है? Is there someone, let's just be honest, who don't know 25th is your exam next year? I hope everyone knows this, right? Your mains, the dates that are given to you are 22nd of August, that is for mains, and of course it's a 5-day exam, right? So this is your exam date, right? When you talk about UPSC exam, especially civil service, this is what you have: eligibility, exam pattern, prelims, mains, personality test, offline exam. It happens once in a year. That's right, pretty much. I'm just assuming, I'm just walking you through very quickly, right? You have 3 stages: prelims, mains, and personality test, right? Prelims is MCQ, 2 papers. Mains is descriptive answer writing, and then you have personality test in the end. Each of those stages are like, if you fail, you have to go back to, of course, start from prelims again, right? This is the exam pattern. This is the number of questions that are asked in prelims, both paper. All of CSET is aptitude test that we have, right? So this is for prelims. This is syllabus, sorry, exam papers for mains. Total number of marks. I'm just walking you through. I know a lot of people know this, but I have to walk you through these things, right? So this is the mains structure. This is paper-wise GS 1, 2, 3, 4 main syllabus. This is not holistic syllabus, comprehensive. These are just the topical syllabus. Generally, this is what you'll have in all the papers, right? All the GS 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Two things, UPSC and you. How come UPSC has changed? If you check the questions that are asked asked now. Earlier, it used to be, especially if you take prelims and mains both. Earlier, it has changed inside the paper also. If you check just essay paper, essay has gone from very GS knowledge-ish kind of paper to a lot of philosophical essays. Almost all the 8 options are now philosophical. It's a wide open field. If you check prelims paper, then you'll understand they are just not asking the factual question anymore. They're getting with philosophical in polity questions. They're asking why questions rather than just what questions. The structure of options have changed. We have seen that, like only 2, only 3, not just asking you A, B, C, D, right? So there are 3 pillars if you want to, and all of this has been worked backward from people who have qualified in their single attempt. You have to have a very clear understanding, clarity of what am I going to do when I wake up tomorrow, right? My job here is not to confuse you further. You are already having a lot of content chaos. Everything is there out there to confuse you and create a lot of chaos. I am here to give you a lot of clarity कि ये टाइम टेबल होना चाहिए. When you wake up, you know by the end of this week how much am I going to cover, what mock test am I going to give. If I attempt that mock test and I get certain number, what is my next thing that I do, who do I talk to, how do I get better at it. When you are reading through GS syllabus or option syllabus, are you making notes? What is the way to make the best notes, and how do I make sure that the notes that I'm making will help me when I will revise? We all know, you talk to any ranker, all they'll say is revise 3 times, 4 times, etc. And like, I don't need to say this again, right? PYQs are the thing now. So, and I think without this, it's going to be extremely tricky to qualify exam without the holistic understanding of PYQ. This is the stopwatch, like a clock that is running. You just have 43 weeks, which is what I think 11 months, 10 point something months. This is if you're attempting for 2025. From today, you have 43 weeks. Week passes like this. ठीक है? अभी था Sunday, now you have again Sunday. So it passes like this. You cannot afford to live in kind of confusion anymore. You exactly need to know by the end of each week where am I moving, because this thing next week will be one lesser, then one lesser, obviously, right? So let's be very honest here. This is the number of weeks that I have. Once I understand that, and if I'm a beginner and I want to really understand this exam, the best way to understand UPSC is through PYQs, because they are the one, those are the sources which UPSC has asked you multiple times, etc. Right? It's like you can clearly find a pattern there. When it comes to prelims, these are the generally averaged out number of questions in last 13 to 12 years. When I say history 18, this is the average number of questions in last 10 to 12 years. Generally, these are the number of questions that they are asking. If you don't have this, then you please take the screenshot or some photo or something. But please try to understand that this is the areas which you cannot afford to miss, right? So these are the number of questions generally it falls in. These are averaged out, normalized for last 10, 12 years. This is prelims. Now let's understand when they ask questions in prelims. Let's say they asked 18 questions in history. The normal next question is in what areas, what are those themes from which they are asking the questions. And it is extremely important if you are attempting for the first time, because why? You cannot, how many of you are just turning pages of, let's say, history? So spectrum mein aap, okay, let's be honest. Are you turning pages or going like very, it's like I'll open spectrum, I'll do 11th 12th NCERT page by page. Is there someone who's studying like this? Or have you gotten to a point in your preparation where you are seeing all of your content through the lens of PYQs or these themes? Just tell me honestly, are you going book by book, page by page, or are you going through the lens of PYQ? Okay, Mumtaz is fine. This is generally, what about others? PYQ, book by book, book by book. You see page by page. So see, this is not your fault. I'm just trying to say, with all the content that you have on YouTube, there is always going to be some kind of chaos going on in your preparation. आपको FOMO ही रहेगा कि अगर ये पेज छोड़ दिया तो वो पेज छोड़ दिया तो. I'm not against going page by page. All I'm trying to say is that if you don't know what are the most recurringly asked topic in UPSC, what are we doing here? I just need to first understand कि यार यही टॉपिक है जहां से सबसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं. And if I cannot tell myself कि मैंने हिस्ट्री में ये 3 टॉपिक काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग तरीके से अच्छे से मैंने नोट्स ही बना लिए हैं, पढ़ भी लिए हैं, और इसके क्वेश्चंस भी मेरे हाई एक्यूरेसी से सही हो रहे हैं, तब जाके आई डू पेज बाय पेज अनदर टॉपिक्स, राइट? सो बिकॉज मेजोरिटी दिस इज नॉर्मलाइज्ड फॉर 10 to 12 years, ये आ ही रहा है. आई एम नॉट मेकिंग दिस अप. You can challenge this research by doing your own research. You'll exactly come to this. I've spent hours on finding this. So this is as legit as it gets. Now let me show you the actual topic. Just confirm me if you are able to see. I hope you can see the flow diagram. You are? Okay, great. This is focus themes, right? What are the, it basically, let me simplify everything. When you start preparing for prelims, let's say, I am assuming you have not studied anything. Forget everything you have done abhi tak. Abhi July end chal rahe. Abhi se if you want to start your preparation, you can 100% trust me, these are the topics that you want to nail. रात को 2 बजे उठ के भी अगर आपसे कोई हिस्ट्री में ये 3 टॉपिक से पूछ ले, यू हैव नो एक्सक्यूज टेलिंग दैट पर्सन कि मुझे ये नहीं आता. कोई एक्सक्यूज ही नहीं है. ठीक है? सी रियलिटी विल कैच अप गाइस. अभी नहीं करोगे, 25 मई को पता चल जाएगा. So I'm going to be extremely honest. So it will catch up, right? So these are the certain topics that let's just go with history, right? Medieval culture and modern history. See, what I have done is I have also understood what are the number of questions they have asked in medieval, but I don't want to see what will you do of that number. Let's say I say 12 question आए medieval से, तो क्या करोगे यार आप? My whole point is it is more than any other topic inside history. You exactly know, अगर मैं हिस्ट्री पढ़ रहा हूँ, मुझे मेडिवल, आर्ट एंड कल्चर, स्पेशली कल्चर एंड मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री, तो देयर इज नो चांस आई एम गेटिंग एनीथिंग रॉन्ग. Probably you should have 99%, 95, above 90% एक्यूरेसी. ठीक है? मतलब ये अभी कर लो, मतलब दिमाग में बैठा लो. इन ज्योग्राफी, दीज आर द टॉपिक्स. एनर्जी, एग्रीकल्चर, इंडिया एंड वर्ल्ड मैपिंग. Between India and world mapping, India mapping is recurringly asked more. It is more asked, then more number of questions have been asked in India mapping than world mapping. Okay? And then of course physical geography. We all know the resources to cover each. I am assuming no one here is struggling in covering कि ये कहाँ से पढ़ना है physical geography. If you are, there is a number in the chat. आप उस पे पूछ लो. We'll send you the whole PDF of all the resources, NCRTs, standard books, everything. But I am assuming in today's days and time, no one have issues with this thing. Economy, banking beats any other topic, by the way. I'm not written the percentage of questions or number of questions asked, but I can tell you banking से ज्यादा question economy में आ ही नहीं रहा है कहीं से. You have no excuse now saying कि मुझे banking के question नहीं आते. किसी ने आके आपको बता दिया, right? You have been told here banking, you have to like get really better at solving these questions. Again, second number is monetary policy. We know these things are coming, right? Inside polity, these are the topics that I was also talking कि अभी polity के question बहुत ही philosophical हो गए हैं, etc. Right? They've been pulling up like 11th NCRT, 12th NCRT also. So even not just in prelims, even in mains. So these are the topics, right? Then you have environment, basic concepts, pollution and related topic. Basically like anything related to सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, इंडिया का स्कीम्स है अगर पॉल्यूशन से रिलेटेड, सोलर, एनी काइंड ऑफ पॉल्यूशन, बाय द वे, दोस क्वेश्चंस हैव बीन recurringly asked nowadays, especially in environment. Goes without saying they are getting very trickier with species questions. They are even asking why and where it is found, etc. I mean, most of you remember the lion tail wala questions, right? Which became a very controversial question. So, and last and not least, like science and tech, these are the topics where they've been asking a lot of questions. So if I tell you in a summary, if you want to take a screenshot or something, you can, but these are the topics that is just, अगर आपको रात को 2 बजे भी कोई उठा रहे और अगर यहाँ से कोई MCQ पूछ रहे, it's just injustice to your own preparation and your own goal that you can't answer these questions. अभी आपको जहाँ से पढ़ना है, कोई से कंटेंट से पढ़ना है, मेंटरशिप लेना है नहीं लेना है, यूट्यूब से पढ़ना है, यहाँ से कोचिंग करनी है, यहाँ से करनी है, वो सब बात की बात है. द पॉइंट इज, आर यू गेटिंग क्वेश्चंस रॉन्ग फ्रॉम दीज टॉपिक्स? सॉरी टू से, you will have hard time qualifying prelims. कोई चांस ही नहीं है. I'll tell you why. I have worked backward all these topics from the people who have gotten and qualified in single attempt. Their accuracy in these topics is probably around above 95%. They're not getting it wrong. There are a lot of people even in this session who feel extremely confident in these topics. right? I personally know a lot of people who join and I know their marks, etc. I've been like we talk to a lot of mentors, right? So यहाँ पे भी बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो इन टॉपिक्स में बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट हैं. Probably one or two topic they will not be. But please make sure that you are extremely confident about this. I'll just wait for 5 seconds if someone wants to capture this, and then we'll move forward. Cool, great. Now let's talk about mains ka focus. What are the topics that have been recurringly asked in mains, right? Any doubt in this, abhi tak, you can ask in chat and I'll just talk about it a bit more. Any doubt in the topics that I showed you in prelims? ठीक है, चलो let's talk about mains का topic. We'll talk about GS because of course if I talk about optional यहाँ पे there are 100 people, probably 100 but different kind of optional, right? So in GS these are the topics: society, geography, and history. Under each them these are the topics that have been recurringly asked. Now I'm not saying same question, ऐसा तो नहीं होगा कभी, right? But the questions are only around these topics. This is normalized, this is average data of 12 years. You can challenge me on this. आप खुद भी करके देख सकते हो. I have spent enough number of hours and days on this. ठीक है, आई हैव चेक 12+ ईयर्स, 2011 से लेके 2023 तक का डेटा बता रहा हूँ मैं. यही टॉपिक आए हैं. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दूसरे टॉपिक से नहीं आ रहा है, प्लीज लेट मी क्लेम लाइक अभी डिस्क्लेमर. आई एम जस्ट सेइंग दिस आर द ब्रॉड कैटेगरीज अंडर विच people who are getting rank, they are extremely confident about these topics because यही टॉपिक रिकरिंगली आस्क्ड है. पॉपुलेशन पे क्वेश्चन है ही है, फीचर्स ऑफ सोसाइटी पे है, फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी, रिसोर्स, अर्बनाइजेशन, कल्चर, पोस्ट इंडियन पे क्वेश्चन है ही, राइट? सो this is where you understand, like if I do 20% of the things in these topics, I get 80% of the result. That's what I meant by 2080. In GS2 these are the topics: polity, IR, social justice, and governance, right? These are the topics from which questions have been recurringly asked. In GS3 these are the topics, and in 4 you have these are the topics. Of course there are certain kinds of case studies and situation reaction tests that happen in ethics, तो वो काफी important है. That's what I meant by job related. So because they'll give you certain case studies which you can really like answer really well if you read, you know, like newspaper daily, or if you read editorial where certain case has been discussed and certain actions or certain reactions has been captured by doing some civil servant which has been applauded by the country media and government. So you can quote those case studies, right? So I hope you get the point again. If you are getting questions in your mains paper GS1 to 4 from these topics, you cannot have any excuse not writing a decently well answers. अब तो मैंने आपको बता दिया है, राइट? अभी तो आप ऐसे नहीं कर सकते हो रिएक्ट कि मुझे पता नहीं था इस टॉपिक से आ जाएगा, ये आ जाएगा. You can 100% trust Civilsdaily and me that these are the topics. I will not say this randomly. नहीं लिख दूंगा मैं टॉपिक. We have done proper research and I'm trying to tell you that these are the topics from which you can spend really decent amount of time and really get better at these topics in your mains paper GS1 to 4 to score really good marks, which is 400 plus. Below 400 it's very hard to stand a chance to find your name in the list in GS paper. ठीक है, 400 तो चाहिए ही अभी, उससे नीचे तो गेम है ही नहीं, राइट? टू गेट योर नेम इन द लिस्ट एटलीस्ट. देयर इज अनदर benefit if you get 400 plus is that you will not be dependent on your interview performance anymore, right? If you check AIR2's marks in GS, that is 473. I understand that's very rare. 473 मार्क्स नहीं आते हैं किसी के, ठीक है, वो बहुत रेयर है, बट फिर भी 430 440 आ जाते हैं नॉर्मली, राइट? Now that guy got just 170 174 in personality test and still he's ranked 2. 172 1 is not a good marks in interview, ठीक है, 190 plus average बोला जाता है. Now still he got rank 2, so you can understand even if he got lesser marks in interview he was still in top 20 rank. It's like insurance. If you improve your GS 1 to 4 marks, you're least dependent on the things that you cannot control, which is your interview. You can 100% control your mains preparation and your mains marks. So I hope if you, I'll just wait 5 seconds, you can just take or capture this thing, and please write if you have any doubt about the focus themes for mains. Please write and I'll take up your question up until here. If you have any question, yes, if you want this we'll share this, don't worry. We'll share the whole thing. We are coming to how to complete syllabus by December. Oh, just don't worry. I'm coming to that. Is it okay? Can you see my screen? Just write yes or no. Great. Okay. Great. So we have covered what are the focus themes for prelims. We have also covered what are the focus themes for mains. Now let's understand अगर 2025 के लिए करना है basis those focus themes also. This is what we have discussed. I have just summarized. You have to understand syllabus goes without saying. These are the most commonsensical thing that I am writing. The problem is people will do everything but not the common sense, like the most basic things. Right? This is the first principle of your preparation. आपको syllabus नहीं पता आप कैसे करोगे यार? मतलब think about it. Like you have to understand syllabus of the exam, right? Now when I ask this question to like aspirants, like do you know the syllabus? Of course I know the syllabus, right? But do you understand that you can relate it with PYQs? Do you understand what part of syllabus has been most recurringly asked? And once you are aware of that part of the syllabus, are you preparing accordingly that you're putting enough effort in that part of the syllabus जहां से क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं? सिंपल बात है. If you want to if you're targeting something जो बहुत rarely होता है, which is qualifying in first attempt, do you think your normal strategy will work? No, right? So the idea is to make sure that you are understanding the syllabus plus in a way that you can also relate them with PYQ, right? This is second. We talked about target papers, right? So can I know last 10-12 years of GS papers? Can I understand what are the proper resources to cover that part of the syllabus? Great. Now these are the topics I'm writing again same thing जो मैंने अभी आपको बताया. I'm just written the same thing. This is nothing new. These are the topics that I said are जहाँ से आ ही रहा है. इसमें आप अफोर्ड ही नहीं कर सकते खराब परफॉर्मेंस. ठीक है, चाहे आप पहली बार दे रहे हो चाहे फोर्थ बार दे रहे हो, ये आप अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते हो. ये टॉपिक्स शुड बी ऑन बैक ऑफ योर हैंड. कोई कभी भी पूछ ले आप बता दोगे इसके बारे में. और आई एम नॉट रिस्ट्रिक्टिंग योर सेल्फ टू प्रीलिम्स, इवन इन मेन्स. आपको इतना कॉन्फिडेंस होना ही चाहिए, राइट? नाउ you have to understand what is exactly when the topics are same, current affairs sources are same, what is the difference between my answers and somebody who's qualifying their answers? Am I missing certain dimensions that they are covering, right? And what are the things that they are adding that I'm not adding? So ye last hota hai again to remind you, 43 weeks from here, right? So let's understand overall timeline, because I think OJS asked ki kaise karna hai kaise nahi karna hai, right? So see, today is like we are at almost at the end of the July, right? By the December, generally the practice is if you start your optional even in August or mid-August, right? I want everyone to write down your optional name. What is your optional? और जब आप एक मिनट शिवानी, वन सेकंड, वेट फोक्स, जस्ट वन सेकंड, वेट. जब आप लिख रहे हो तो आप ये भी लिखो कि स्टार्ट हो गया है, या फिर ऐसे लिखो 0% है मतलब नहीं किया स्टार्ट, और उसके आगे आप लिखते जाओ 50%, 30%. आई गेट सम आइडिया. ठीक है, अगर बिल्कुल नहीं किया तो 0% लिख दो. अदरवाइज कर लिया तो 100% लिख दो. कर लिया मतलब वन रीडिंग, यू हैव डन वन रीडिंग. नाउ राइट, प्लीज राइट योर ऑप्शनल. 0, 40, 10. ओके, आई थिंक आई एम टॉकिंग टू मोस्टली पीपल जो अभी नहीं किया स्टार्ट. ओके, व्हाट अबाउट अदर पीपल? वी हैव 100 पीपल. इकोनॉमिक्स, yeah, I think except 3-4 people who are writing 80%, 95%, I think majority जनता is less than 50%, if I'm correct. तो आपका आइडिया यही है, आप you have to cover your optional by the December end, right? Like that is generally the timeline given. So if you start, I don't think any optional takes more than 5 months. So if you start in August also, you have decent time to do for like end your optional by the December end, right? Now the idea is, of course, I mean, obviously you can't just do optional. You also have to focus on your GS preparation for prelims and mains, right? So it is done parallelly. You'll be preparing for optional in parallel. Extra जो अलग से आप 1-2 घंटे एक निकाल रहे हो. So that is where the optional preparation happens, right? Generally the idea is in next 5-6 months, my first reading should be done. I have to cover my optional by the end of December. I have to attempt sectional mock test at least, if not full length test for prelims, right? If you are comfortable and if you are repeating, I would highly suggest you also write one sectional test series, full test series for GS papers, right? You have your revisions. One revision is done for GS and optional by the end of December. right? Once you will do all these things and attempt mocks, what is going to happen is you would have figured out certain gaps, that I read GS paper 4, but guess what, I'm not scoring marks. That I covered my optional, but guess what, I'm not able to remember when I'm writing answers, right? Or let's say I covered all this, but I have not even attempted one test. How do I know I have covered all this, right? तो दिसंबर तक ये नॉन नेगोशिएबल है. If you are someone, and this generally will take 5 to 7 hours on a daily basis, ठीक है? Some people might take beyond 8, depends on if you're doing बिल्कुल मतलब if you are completely new to these subjects, you have no idea, or there are certain other commitments, कुछ लोगों का job हो सकता है, etc. Right? So you're stretching on Saturday, Sunday, etc. या फिर थोड़ा टाइम लग रहा है, यू आर एबल टू कवर सिलेबस स्लाइटली स्लोली बिकॉज यू वांट टू इट्स टेकिंग टाइम फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड दीज सब्जेक्ट्स, राइट? बट जनरली 5 to 7 8 hours इज फाइन ऑन डेली बेसिस. इससे ज्यादा कोई पढ़ भी नहीं सकता, ठीक है? बट ये नॉन नेगोशिएबल है फ्रेंड्स. आपको दिसंबर तक ऑप्शनल की एक रीडिंग करनी पड़ेगी, जीएस की भी करनी पड़ेगी. मुझे नहीं पता आपको क्या बोला जा रहा है बाहर, बट दिस इज व्हाट हैज वर्कड फॉर पीपल हु आर क्वालिफाइंग इन सिंगल अटेम्प्ट. इसके अलावा कोई ऑप्शन है ही नहीं, यही करना ही पड़ेगा. फर्स्ट रीडिंग वंस यू टच दिसंबर, आई एम अज्यूमिंग बाय द वे मिड दिसंबर, वो 15 दिन ऐसे ही बफर दे रखा है कि इफ समथिंग गोज हेयर इन देयर, हॉलीडे कम्स, दिवाली कम्स, ब्ला ब्ला, समथिंग कम्स एंड देन, ठीक है, उसके कारण यू आर नॉट एबल टू. बट ठीक है, 15 दिन आप और ले लो, दिसंबर एंड तक खत्म है, ठीक है? यू डू हैप्पी न्यू ईयर एंड देन फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट ईयर second reading starts, and this time it will not take same number of months, right? Because you're reading now from not the original books, you're reading from your notes, ठीक है? And I'll tell you how to make revision ready notes. अगला वही है. So make sure that you are making notes when you are doing your first reading. You are attempting mock test now, which will work as a mirror again. आप खुद को बस ये नहीं बोल सकते कि मैंने सोशियोलॉजी खत्म कर ली है. आप मुझे मार्क्स बताओ ना कितने आ रहे हैं. भाई छिपने की जरूरत नहीं है ना आपको, ठीक है? इफ यू डोंट अटेम्प्ट दीज मॉक टेस्ट, लेट मी टेल यू, यूपीएससी बता देगा आपको कि भैया आपकी प्रिपरेशन सही नहीं चल रही है. तो आप छिपो मत यार, मॉक से खराब नंबर आएंगे, ठीक है? आई थिंक दे आर योर बेस्ट फ्रेंड. इफ यू गेट लेस मार्क्स, इसमें घबराने का क्या है यार? आई मीन, डोंट यू वांट कि आपकी सारी गलतियां एग्जाम के पहले हो जाएं, उस दिन ना हो? तो भाई करो. आप मॉक क्यों नहीं दे रहे हो? आपका असेसमेंट ही तो सबसे बड़ी चीज है ना, कि आपको पता होना चाहिए यार कि मैं खुद को बोले जा रहा हूँ मैंने सिलेबस कर लिया. ये ब्लैंक ब्लाइंडिंग स्टेटमेंट दिए जा रहे हैं, अपन वी आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू टेल आवरसेल्फ अ स्टोरी की इतना हो गया उतना हो गया. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आप यार, यू हैव टू आस्क योरसेल्फ, पिछले 15 दिन में मॉक क्यों नहीं दिया? पिछले एक महीने में एक दो मॉक क्यों नहीं दिए? अगर मेरा हिंदी लिटरेचर ऑप्शनल है, मैंने कितने मॉक्स दिए हैं, राइट? सिर्फ पीवाईक्यू को देख लेना मॉक नहीं होता है. सिर्फ क्वेश्चन पेपर को देख लेना और बोल देना कि हाँ ये वाला तो मैं ऐसे लिख दूंगा वैसे लिख लूंगा, आई होप वैसा होता मेंस का पेपर. मेंस के पेपर के दिन तो आपको लिखना पड़ेगा. तो यू हैव टू सिमुलेट द एक्चुअल एग्जाम कंडीशन, यू एक्चुअली हैव टू राइट द मॉक्स. छिपने की जरूरत नहीं है. जब आपकी सेकंड रीडिंग शुरू होने वाली है, प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, आपकी सेकंड रीडिंग इस पॉइंट पे स्टार्ट होनी चाहिए कि मुझे पता है मेरे गैप्स कहाँ हैं. तो मैं, और वो कहाँ से पता चलेगा? जब आप मॉक दोगे. तो आप ऑटोमेटिकली सेकंड रीडिंग में उन्हीं एरियाज पे ज्यादा फोकस करोगे जहां पे आपके गैप्स है. नहीं तो सेकंड रीडिंग करने का फायदा है क्या? You are filling up your gaps. If you don't know your gaps, why? Because you haven't attempted any mocks by December. तो कुछ तो mocks दो यार. I purposefully did not write down the number of mocks, but the whole point is that you should have attempted some mocks by the end of December across papers. Prelims, sectional देना है, sectional दो. मेंस के जीएस के पेपर अगर ऑप्शनल का दे सकते हो तो बेस्ट है, राइट? एंड वंस यू हैव दैट, यू हैव सर्टेन गैप्स रिकॉग्नाइज्ड. अब आप सेकंड रीडिंग में उन गैप्स पे ज्यादा ध्यान दोगे, ठीक है? Again, you are attempting more mocks in these 3-4 months up until March, and after March या by the end of March अब आप prelims focus हो रहे हो. prelims easy नहीं है, सबको पता है हमको. It's getting trickier and trickier, तो उसको हल्के में नहीं लिया जा सकता. I also want to add one thing before I ask that. Like, let me ask, आप लोग में से कितने लोग जो सी सेट से डर लग रहा है या थोड़ा स्ट्रगल हो रहा है, या फिर चलो ठीक है मैथ्स का बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, इंजीनियरिंग का बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, कुछ है ऐसी जनता यहाँ पे जिनको थोड़ा, या फिर पहले इट डिडंट वर्क आउट फॉर यू इन सी सेट? लेट मी नो इफ यू आर स्ट्रगलिंग. व्हेन आई से स्ट्रगलिंग, आपके 50 से नंबर कम आ रहे हैं क्या मॉक में, सी सेट में? दैट इज व्हाट आई आस्क. ओके, आई होप यू कैन सी माय स्क्रीन. ग्रेट. आई आस्क्ड हाउ मेनी पीपल आर स्ट्रगलिंग इन सी सेट. 75. 50 से नंबर आ रहे, कम नंबर किसी के आ रहे हैं तो बताओ. ठीक है, आई थिंक मैथ इज द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम। ठीक है, ठीक है। आई एम अज्यूमिंग आप लोग मॉक्स की बात कर रहे हो, एक्चुअल प्रीलिम्स की बात कर रहे हो व्हेन यू से, बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ पीपल वर जस्ट अटेम्प्टिंग 35। ठीक है, देखो यार, लेट मी जस्ट गिव यू सम बेंचमार्क। अगर आपके 50 से कम नंबर आने, लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट विथ ईच अदर, सी सेट आप डिले नहीं कर सकते, आपको अगस्त से ही पढ़ना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, ये सब उसमें मत पड़ जाना कि प्रीलिम्स आएगा पास में तो कर लूंगा या कर लूंगी, मत करो भाई। आई पर्सनली नो पीपल, जो इतने रियली टैलेंटेड पीपल हु कुड हैव क्वालिफाइड एंड गॉटन रैंक, दे आर ओनली नॉट एबल टू गेट थ्रू बिकॉज दे जस्ट ट्रिबलाइज्ड सी सेट। दे आर लाइक ठीक है, क्या ही है। एंड देयर इज अ न्यू फिनोमेना दैट हैज कम अप आजकल ना, कि मैथ्स नहीं करेंगे, इंग्लिश और आरसी कर लेंगे। दिस इज ऑल्सो अ लॉजिक दैट पीपल गिव, राइट? मैथ्स नहीं करेंगे, क्वांट नहीं करेंगे, वो कर लेंगे। सो आई डोंट थिंक लाइक आप इतना कैसे छोड़ सकते हो यार, आपने पूरा एक साल लगाया हुआ है, इतना प्रिपरेशन किया है, प्रीलिम्स में सब पढ़ा हुआ है। हाउ कैन यू जस्ट से कि एक पेपर को ऐसे छोड़ देंगे, विच इज क्वालिफाइंग इन नेचर? यू नॉट इवन गेट अ चांस टू सिट इन मेंस, राइट? तो अगर आपके 50 से कम नंबर आ रहे हैं, देयर इज नो टू वेज अबाउट इट, आपको सी सेट अगस्त से ही पढ़ना पड़ेगा। आप आधे घंटे निकालो, आप यूट्यूब पे नॉर्मल वीडियो देख लो, ट्रिक्स लिखते जाओ, नोट्स बना लो, दिन के 5 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो, पीवाईक्यू सॉल्व करो, बट CSAT is something that you'll have to take up parallelly from August for people who are getting less than 50. ठीक है, stop telling yourself कि like I'll do English, I'll do RC, I'll do logical reasoning, I'll not touch points। क्या मतलब, you're all mature here, don't do all this। ठीक है, you have to get some reasonable understanding and some capability to solve few questions of points also, right? Basic तो कर ही सकते हो ना आप। So start now, people who are touching 60 70 plus, ठीक है, आई विल से मार्च के बाद ही यू शुड पिकअप। अभी अभी आधा एक घंटा ज्यादा देने की जरूरत नहीं है। फोकस ऑन योर जीएस एंड योर मेंस प्रिपरेशन। पीपल हु आर बियॉन्ड दैट एंड यू हैव कंफर्टेबली क्वालिफाइंग सी सेट और यू आर गेटिंग अबव 80 90, आई मीन वही है, सेम ही आपके लिए भी। लास्ट ईयर के पेपर करो, जब प्रीलिम्स पास में जाएगा, दैट्स व्हेन यू शुड बी टचिंग योर सी सेट, राइट? कूल। मार्च के बाद तो पूरा प्रीलिम्स का गेम है, ये बताने की जरूरत है नहीं। उस दिन आपका सिर्फ दो चीजों पर डिपेंड करता है, योर कंपोजर, योर टेम्परामेंट। घबराने वाला कोई गेम है तो नहीं, मतलब उस दिन घबरा मत जाना एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, राइट? ऑफकोर्स योर कंपोजर टेम्परामेंट मैटर्स। 60% जनता वहीं गिव अप मार देती है, वहीं खत्म हो जाता है उनका गेम एग्जाम हॉल में जाने के पहले ही। तो वो मत कर लेना, राइट? यू नीड दैट काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ इन साइड यू। हाउ विल दैट कम? बिकॉज यू हैव वर्कड 1 year एंड यू हैव अटेम्प्टेड लॉट ऑफ मॉक टेस्ट। दैट इज, वो सब चीजें विल सम अप इनटू सम काइंड ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस इन साइड यू दैट यू विल डू इट। ठीक है, एंड सेकंड थिंग इज यू हैव टू practice something called as revision and active recall. Active recall, does everyone understand here? You're not, yeah, you're trying to recall a particular topic, factual content, etc. without taking any support। ठीक है, तो ये, some people suggest not to attempt many mocks in last week, last 30 days, fine, if it works for you, don't, but if you want to, you do it, that's nothing hard and fast rule there। ठीक है, cool। Now let's move on. This is the summary. Start with NCERT. Do not worry if you have not done anything अभी तक, जुलाई से भी कर लोगे, like even from today or after tomorrow you will be able to do it। Please make sure from now, because some people might have started from January, अगर उन्होंने नोट्स नहीं बनाए हैं अभी तक रिवीजन के, तो अब बना लो भैया। अगर अभी से स्टार्ट करो तो नोट्स होने ही चाहिए। ये जनवरी फरवरी में जाके यू कांट बी जस्ट सेइंग कि नोट्स ही नहीं है, अभी सेकंड रीजन कैसे करूं, शुड आई जस्ट स्टार्ट रीडिंग द ओरिजिनल बुक ओनली? कूल, डू इट। आई एम जस्ट सेइंग देयर इज सम पर्सन हु जस्ट केम टू यू इन जुलाई एंड देन टोल्ड यू कि मत करो भैया, नोट्स बना लो। रिवीजन रेडी नोट्स होने चाहिए। अभी आपका जो भी टेक्निक है नोट्स बनाने का आप फॉलो करो, बट नोट्स होने ही चाहिए। योर सेकंड एंड थर्ड रीडिंग कैन नॉट बी फ्रॉम द ओरिजिनल सोर्स। All right. Now, of course, there are very rare candidates जो notes ही नहीं बनाते पूरी life. They just won't. ठीक है? If you are some kind of that kind of person, fine. This doesn't apply. I'm talking about majority of the जनता. You will have end-to-end understanding of PYQ by when you are entering when you're finishing your phase 2, which is December। मेरे को प्रीलिम्स मेंस जो मैंने अभी टॉपिक आपको बताए हैं फोकस थीम करके, आपको फुल एंड टू एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग होनी चाहिए ऑफ ऑल दोस टॉपिक्स। Again, I'll repeat the same thing. Someone wakes you up 3 in the night and asks you questions from those topics, you cannot have any excuse against that, right? आपको आंसर आना ही चाहिए। And I hope all of you knows those topic now। And last mein, it's mostly like exam temperament preparations. You're attempting a lot of mock tests. You have done a lot of practice. You understand your gaps. You understand मेरी accuracy कितनी है. You have your notes. You are able to actively recall. You understand what kind of topics or kind of questions I should not be touching. वो सब judgment calls हैं. Ask someone who never fails prelims. They're really good at their judgment, right? They will leave certain questions very confidently. They'll not get lured by the UPSC or by the kind of options given or by the kind of questions. ये तो easy topic कर लेता हूँ. You end up getting, negative marking there. Let me give you some macro plan week wise, because I told you just have 43 weeks. ये आप कर सकते हो. And I say week 1 to 4, which means 4 weeks for polity. I don't need to tell you the resources. I think all of you know the resources for all these subjects. In case if you don't, there's a number, WhatsApp us, we'll send you the whole PDF of what NCRT, what book, etc. Okay? But I'm assuming in today's day and age, all of us know resources. But yeah, agar aap se koi, if there's someone here who is still confused and you cannot go for any coaching or anything, आपको खुद कोई clarity चाहिए घर बैठ के कि मैं किस week तक क्या खत्म करूं, you can 200% rely on this. You just have 43 weeks. I have given you 35 weeks of work. अब क्या excuse है बताओ? You do this, and this includes prelims and mains, both. And if you are still confused about the syllabus, resources, just tell us and we'll send you the PDF. But now you don't have, I'm trying to break all the confusions one by one. Sir, I don't have plan. Here it is. अभी बताओ क्या प्रॉब्लम है. I don't know PYQ. I've just told you the most recurringly asked questions in last 13 years. So I'm here to bring you clarity, not confuse you, right? This is week Y plan. Again, I'll just simplify. When I say week 32 to 35, those are 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, I'm asking you to do economy, environment, DM, and internal security. These are like most important topics, and they're completely doable if you put 5 to 8 hours. ठीक है, 2 hours के break में you'll be able to do it. ठीक है, let me check few questions if there are. Optional, as I said, it has to be done parallelly. There's no other way. Do not, if you're thinking your optional December के बाद होगा, there's no chance. Forget. It has to be done parallelly with your GS preparation. How can I complete Polity Lakshmikant in 28 days? 1 month is not enough for Lakshmikant. How many hours are you studying? Who asked this? क्या बोल रहे हो दोस्त? शिवम, 28 दिन आप लक्ष्मीकांत नहीं कर सकते खत्म? Sir, how? Day parts. I didn't get your question. Sukh. Cool. ठीक है. Plan and timetable, right? I didn't just want to tell you कि week wise दे दिया. This is the actual timetable of one of our student, rank 2. You have it on screen. This is the timetable that we keep giving to other people also, but it depends on a lot of other factors. Some kids do not get these timetables because their mentor decide that something else works for them. बहुत personalized चीज होती है. But he had a job, and if you can check his afternoon and evening, he'll be in Indian Oil office. He can't do these things, right? So रात को ज़्यादा पड़ेगा, सुबह ज़्यादा पड़ेगा. It has to be divided like that. And what are the things that you can see are standing out? Imagine अगर ये एक ideal timetable है, please try to pick up की what is it that you are missing in your own timetable, and I really want you to write. आप honestly बता दो कि मैंने ऐसा नहीं बनाया है, या मेरे टाइम टेबल में टेस्ट की कोई जगह नहीं है, या मेरे टाइम टेबल में कोई फीडबैक लेने की जगह नहीं है, या मेंटरशिप का कुछ नहीं है, या ऑप्शनल नहीं लगा पाया है. समवन हु वाज आस्किंग मी ऑप्शनल कैसे करेंगे, ये लो भाई रात को 7 से 9:30 वो ऑप्शनल कर रहे हैं, क्या एक्सक्यूज है आपके पास? शिवम, यू आस्क्ड ऑप्शनल कैसे होगा? रैंक 2 तो कर रहे हैं, नौकरी भी चल रही है उसके साथ में. दिस इज द हार्श रियलिटी मैन. यू हैव टू पुश, राइट? यूपीएससी डजंट केयर. वो तो कर रहे हैं. उसके रोज के 16 जनवरी को ऑप्शनल कर रहा है, 17 को कर रहा है, 18 को गैप ले रखा है, 19 को फिर ऑप्शनल कर रहा है, 20 को फिर ऑप्शनल कर रहा है सोशियोलॉजी. So that is how this is how you work backward. This is a rank 2 timetable. You want to see more? This is, I'll show you more timetables of rankers. This is Mantri Maurya Bharadwaj, mentorship batch students. You can see how detailed it is. You can see the mentor notes on. Check the 4th column which says focus on. These are the feedback. Once you attempt test, there is a feedback कि इस पे focus करना पड़ेगा आपको. You'll have sources, You'll have subjects, Samachar Manthan. If you don't know Samachar Manthan, that is our current affairs program. You have to check up with status. There are a lot of people who cannot maintain accountability, right? Mentorship call logs is what happened on whenever you are giving certain targets, and once you have discussed with your mentor, what are the things that happens, right? Or what are the interventions that happen, right? So this is again the very micro timetable. What I showed you earlier, this is macro. But when you have questions like कि ठीक है week once a week for I'll do polity, but on a daily basis tell me how will I manage, etc. That's this is how that looks. This is micro level, right? I understand you will not be able to capture it in your brain right now, so I'll just wait for 10 seconds. At least capture this and please try to make your timetable as close to as this possible. भैया आप 43 वीक्स हैं, इसके बाद मैं अभी क्या ही करूँ और कितना पुश करूंगा आपको. So please take a screenshot and please try to build your timetable. ठीक है, कुछ तो अकाउंटेबिलिटी लाओ यार प्रिपरेशन में. This, if this works for you, this, if this works for you, this, but hit your timetables very close to these things. ठीक है, is everyone okay with this? Have you captured this? Can I move forward? Yes, no? बताओ if you have taken this. Is it helpful, not helpful? कुछ तो बोलो. Have I like overwhelmed all of you? Yes, no? Have you captured the timetable? Can I move forward? Okay, cool. Great. Let's talk about notes a bit. This is polity majority का concept जो हमको पता ही है parliamentary system में we have a majority and how it works, right? तो notes ना बहुत ही visually appealing बनने चाहिए that you can quickly revise them. अगर आप हर reading में आप अपनी लक्ष्मीकांत पे which basically means original source पे जा रहे हो. Let's say I'm just taking an example. Let's say Shashank is reading every time he wants to revise from the Lakshmikant. And let's say other person, let's say Kesav, he just revised from his notes, right? Who is taking lesser time, who is developing understanding of the topic. So हर बार original source पे जाना, book पे जाना, not just the waste of time, it just gives you false sense of understanding, because when you move through notes, it's basically you're very actively recalling things, क्योंकि आप हर चीज नहीं लिखते हो नोट्स में. So a lot of information you'll have to consciously recall. आप खुद को force करते हो. वही होने वाला है ना एग्जाम के दिन. कोई बुक नहीं होगी. You'll be forcing your brain to recall. तो आप जब अपने नोट से पढ़ोगे तो यार एटलीस्ट वो हैबिट आनी चाहिए. I mean it's very like obvious, right? So हर बार ओरिजिनल सोर्स पे जाना, it unknowingly, invisibly hurts your preparation. It's just hard to accept, but that's what happens. So try to hit your notes very close to these kind of things, right? For example, this person has made their notes just like he or she will write their mains answer. ये उसके notes है. This is not a like answer copy. So intro, body, conclusion, diagrams. This is how he will write his answers in mains. So can we make our notes very close to this kind of thing so that I have a very good practice of how will I structure my mains answer? Your recall will also be better, right? I'll just quickly walk you through. These are annotations on a map. These are notes, by the way. This is handmade. ये बनाया गया है. Typed. This is not some already custom made like maps. ठीक है. This is another same thing, right? These are banking notes, economy notes. So you'll quickly have to revise through, right? Same philosophy we use in our flash notes. So for example, just to give an example, let's say all the national parks, etc. So UPSC भी काफी dimensions में question पूछ रहा है. They're not just asking कहाँ पे है. They're asking location कौन सी है, वहाँ पे कौन सी species है. Now they'll go crazy. They'll ask you उस national park में जहाँ ये species है, वहाँ की river का नाम बताओ. So you'll have covered those dimensions and climatic issues, etc. Right? So this is one place that you'll have. These are freely available. You can just go to civilsdaily.com and download all this. It will bring down your efforts and your headache probably by 20 times. Everything. These are extremely comprehensive. We have not missed almost any topic. And then these are right when it comes to balance ki bilkul you don't go at PhD level crazy also, right? So right balance of what is relevant for exam plus will not miss any detail that is required. So freely available, you can just go. Some other, for example, schemes. All schemes are covered here. You don't have to go and put like, I don't know, like 40 hours collating all these schemes, current affairs से ये वो सारे dimensions covered हैं. Go to CD like civilsdaily.com, freely available. These are called flash notes, right? Again, some of the organizations, international organization, we have quoted sources also. You can actually click there and go to original news that has reported and why it is on the news. So these are the notes freely available. You can just go to website and you can just download these things, right? Now there are questions that have asked, like what is it that has gotten Animesh 450 plus marks, to be precise 473. अगर मैं ये सब कर भी लूं, if I do all these things etc., what is it that these toppers are getting extra marks for? What are they writing, right? What is this extra dimensions they are covering? These are, we sat down with him and we tried to figure out what he has written in his copies etc. We are calling them X Factor notes. Again, they're part of a program, but a lot of these PDFs are freely available. Go to CD, download this. Okay? Or you can just go to our YouTube channel. In almost in the description, you'll have a link. आप वहां से download कर सकते हो. ठीक है? Just give me 1 second. Let me show you how they work. Let me actually show you the real notes. Can you see? These are the notes relevant for your mains exam GS paper, right? Now, let's say judiciary topic. So what are the things, like once you have done your basic stuff, what are the extra X factor that you can add so that you end up crossing that 400 ka barrier, at least 450 ka barriers, to be honest, right? And how do you enrich your already existing notes या फिर your standard sources, उसके beyond आप क्या लिख सकते हो? And that is what it solves for. It will have a lot of quotes. What are the important articles you can quote in your answers? This is just for one topic, which is judiciary. ठीक है? What are the data that you can provide? What is the structure? बहुत ही comprehensive. And then these are available. Go to CD, you can download there, or go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and then you'll have in the description these links are available, right? Same is for, you have federalism. I hope you can see, right? So this is topical. For every topic, you'll have such notes. This is nature of constitution, constitutional morality, right? So again, like these are X factor notes that help someone get that extra 50, 60 marks in their mains, which eventually works out as I'll have a rank this year, even though I'm not going to repeat the exam, but I'll be at least be in the list this year, right? And that's what works for most of the people who are qualifying in the simple exam, because sorry, in the first attempt, because for them it is mostly what is the extra thing that I'm doing from the people who are already attempting multiple times, and those are the X factors, right? And you will, if you score 400 plus 450 plus in your mains GS especially, right, you will basically have insurance in your personality test. Even if you end up scoring lesser, it's not something that you have to worry about. If any of you are still confused about note making, there is a video. It's a 1 hour session I took on the note making only. Please watch. It's on YouTube. कैसे notes बनते हैं, how toppers make it. Taken, talked about it 1 hour. Heavily researched. Do not miss this video. Please go and watch. It's called Recycle Content Chaos. You can watch it. So the idea is, yes, we have to plan. We have to know by the end of what month, how much will I cover. But that's not enough. If you don't translate that on a daily basis, it's just a plan, nothing else, right? एंड अगर आप डेली बेसिस करते रहोगे, बस फाइट रैंडम कुछ भी उठ के कहीं भी पढ़ लिया, कुछ भी कर लिया, टुडे आई विल पिक अप इकोनॉमी, 3 months, 3 weeks I got bored, let's just pick up polity. Oh, that new thing has come up, let's do that. Oh, that new video have come up, let's do that. Fine, then you are just doing something on a daily basis, but you are not able to step back and see ये जा कहाँ रही है, प्रिपरेशन हो क्या रहा है भाई, like by what month will I be? So both are very extremely important. You have to have a yearly plan, but you have to eventually ask a question, how am I doing it, or how is that plan translating on a monthly level, weekly, and then on a daily basis, right? Both of them are important. Majority of the people, they fall in the first trap. They have very like long term goals of इस महीने तक ये कर लूंगा, but दिन में कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, or it is not related to what they want to achieve, right? Here is a very interesting thing I want to tell you. This is a person, and these are the input of that person in preparation. 50 tests, 50 plus tests, 25 plus prelims mock test, mains, 120 plus hours of feedback sessions with mentor, almost 100 times engaged with a mentor over the year, very precise notes and reference material, very good understanding of PYQs and what is it that UPSC wants, trusting the mentor, and of course, we all need luck. If these are the input, these were the input of a person, this was the outcome. Single attempt, second rank. And I don't know how many of you know, but his story is extremely like emotionally laden or something, right? वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल है, आपके पास कुछ एक्सक्यूज ही नहीं है दोस्त. 10 घंटे की जॉब करता था वो. लाइक व्हाट एक्सक्यूज डू यू हैव ऑनेस्टली? आई वांट टू कॉल इट आउट. क्यों नहीं हो रहा है यार? अगर आप प्लान बना रहे तो हो क्यों नहीं रहा है? लाइक व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? व्हाई आर यू स्टिल आस्किंग मी डाउट्स लाइक सर ऑप्शनल कैसे करेंगे? क्या बातें कर रहे हो यार आप? कौन सी अभी आप डालो आप यूट्यूब पे हाउ टू कवर ऑप्शनल, कितना 5,000 वीडियो आएगा आपको, right? I'm sorry to say, but what kind, like you cannot have these questions. We are in July right now. 40 वीक्स बचा है बस. तो एक्सक्यूज है ही नहीं आपके पास. 24 साल का लड़का है, पहला अटेम्प्ट देता है, 8 घंटे की 10 घंटे की नौकरी कर रहा है, सेकंड रैंक आ गई जनरल कैटेगरी. कुछ तो है ना भाई. एंड इफ यू थिंक कि सिर्फ लकी है, हियर इज अ स्क्रीन इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. ये लगता है उसमें इतना अनडिनाइबल, इतना इतना ज्यादा हार्डवर्क लगता है. सो इट डजंट कम इजी. अगर आप इतना ज्यादा असेस खुद को नहीं कर रहे हो कि मैं हर हफ्ते करंट अफेयर्स का टेस्ट देना चाहता हूँ, मुझे मॉक्स देने हैं, मुझे मेंस के आंसर लिखने हैं, मुझे बात करनी है मेंटर से, पता करना है मार्क्स कम क्यों आ रहे हैं, मेरी नोट मेकिंग प्रिसाइज होनी चाहिए, पीवाईक्यू लेड प्रिपरेशन होनी चाहिए, जब रिवीजन कर रहा हूँ तो ओरिजिनल सोर्स पे बार बार परेशान नहीं हो रहा हूँ, राइट? देन लक विल हैव यू एंड देन यू probably have that rank. बट यार अगर इससे कम कुछ भी फाइट मार रहे हो ना दोस्त, आई मीन आई डोंट वांट टू बी द बेरर ऑफ बैड न्यूज, बट फिर मुश्किल है. ठीक है, क्योंकि ये लोग कर रहे हैं. अब यही लगता है यूपीएससी में. अब वो प्रिपरेशन नहीं है जो, राइट कि तो बेसिकली द पॉइंट इज लाइक इससे कम में नहीं चलेगा आप. एंड व्हाट व्हेन आई एम शोइंग यू ऑल दिस इज आई एम हेविली, सी माय होल पॉइंट इज टू परसुएड यू. आर यू असेसिंग योरसेल्फ? आप में से ऐसे कितने लोग हैं? लेट मी जस्ट आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन. व्हेन डू यू से दैट यू हैव कंप्लीटेड अ टॉपिक? Is it when you have finished the first reading? Is it when you have finished another reading? Is it when you have made notes of? Is it when you know the PYQ मैंने इसके पढ़ लिए हैं? When is it that we should say कि I have completed XYZ topic? Please write down. When are you telling that you have completed the topic? Any topic. When I made notes of. And I'll be slightly, take it with a pinch of salt. Okay? Shivam, UPSC doesn't care about your notes. Take it with a pinch of salt. ठीक है? अब मैं सच ही बोलने वाला हूँ बिल्कुल. When I am able to solve PYQ, no one cares. Answers related topic recall. Akshata, you're on the right path. When I can solve PYQ, Ritusri, 100%. That's what you should be doing. Shashank, no one cares about your notes. I'm assuming बाकी लोग तो कुछ कर भी नहीं रहे. Note reading PYQ, सास नहीं चलेगा. Mumtaz doesn't. No one cares about your notes. Completed PYQ notes, PYQ solving. Anubhav, you're right on the right path. Please do that. It never 100%. Sorry. Sectional test really good. Raj, you're doing really well. Abhi, really well. After studying book PYQ and give test. Shaukat, right path. Great. Now you're getting it. किसी को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आपके नोट्स बना लिए मैंने 50,000 रीडिंग कर ली, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? आपकी स्क्रीन देख लो ना सामने. इतना असेस होके गया है बंदा. आप इसको कैसे, लाइक हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू विल बी एबल टू बीट 50 टेस्ट? मतलब वीक में एक होता है, मतलब 52 टेस्ट. एक साल में 52 वीक्स होता है. हर हफ्ते मेंस का टेस्ट लिख रहा है आदमी. लाइक बीट दिस गाय. मेरे को बताओ इसकी सेकंड रैंक कैसे नहीं आ सकती? लाइक व्हाट इज इट दैट ही हैज नॉट डन दैट ही डजंट डिजर्व द रैंक दैट ही गॉट? लाइक क्या करेगा इससे ज्यादा? सो इससे नीचे अगर हो ना तो मतलब यूल अभी ये आपको मिल गया एक वेकअप कॉल आज. दैट इज द होल पर्पस एंड आई विल नॉट होल्ड माई सेल्फ बैक. माई होल पर्पस इज टू जस्ट शेक यू स्लाइटली सो दैट यू गेट बैक टू इट यार. ठीक है ना? कोई कंटेंट की कमी है. व्हाट कमी किसकी है? अकाउंटेबिलिटी की. ठीक है, दैट इज व्हाट इज लैकिंग. समवन नीड्स टू कम टू यू लाइक दिस एवरी वीक एंड से क्या चल रहा है दोस्त, कितने मार्क्स आ रहे हैं? आप बोल रहे हो पॉलिटी कर ली, नंबर बताओ ना कितने आ रहे हैं. So you should not have any place to hide in your preparation. छुपने की कोई जगह नहीं होनी चाहिए. सिंपल है. और अगर आप let's be honest, even if you want to hide and not attempt and do not want to assess yourself, how long can you do that? 25 मई को पेपर है, सबसे बड़ा असेसमेंट होने वाला है. सो लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट यार, मॉक वॉक से पीछे नहीं भागना है. आप कहीं से भी करो, आप ओआरएन में फोटो कॉपी उठाओ, फ्री में डाउनलोड करो, पर मॉक देना जरूरी है. देना जरूरी है. दैट नीड्स टू टेल यू कि ये हुआ है. दैट इज व्हेन यू से कि मेरा अब ये टॉपिक हो गया या नहीं हुआ है, राइट? एंड दिस इज द लेवल at which preparation has gone. Cool. As I said, I'll be talking about what we are launching. We're launching Ultimate Assessment Program batch in August. And the whole philosophy focuses on assessment. The name of the program is Ultimate Assessment. And that is what our whole philosophy is, right? कि ट्राई व्राई करने का गेम नहीं, या तो आप करो या नहीं करो, या छिपने की जगह नहीं है. अगर आप मेरे को बोलोगे कि सर मैंने ABCD चैप्टर कर लिया है, माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है चलो टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट करते हैं. मैं छिपने दूंगा नहीं. नो मेंटर हियर विल लेट यू हाइड बिहाइंड एनीथिंग. टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट करो और उसके बाद बात करते हैं कितने नंबर आ रहे हैं. एंड इट्स अ शेयर्ड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ यू एंड मेंटर हियर कि भैया अब हमें पता है वेयर वी स्टैंड एंड लेट्स ट्राई टू सिट डाउन एंड वर्क, राइट? सो एंड लेट्स मेक आवर टाइम टेबल अकॉर्डिंगली. सो इफ यू आर, I would highly recommend that you, I don't know if it works for you or you are someone who will require mentorship or not, but whatever I will highly suggest that you at least talk once to a mentor. At least once. एक 30 मिनट का बात कर लो कि सर दिस इज वेयर आई एम, और मैम दिस इज वेयर आई एम, मैंने अभी तक ये किया है. आई डोंट नो इफ आई कैन गो अहेड विद द प्रोग्राम और नॉट, बट मुझे इतना बता दो कि मैं अभी किस रास्ते हूँ और मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ. I have answered a lot of questions, but I am 100% sure because हर किसी की अपनी habits होती है. Everyone has their own rituals, their own lifestyle, their own commitments in life, and whatever I have said is not universally applicable. So अगर because of this one-on-one thing, if you are able to share with us कि मेरी ये situation है and what is it that I can do best in next 43 weeks, you have my words, you'll have that answer after that call. एक बार बात कर लो, that is all it takes. And we are putting it, we rarely do it, but we are putting it free of cost for next 48 hours, right? So this is what, how you kill UPSC preparation. आओ बोर्ड पे कुछ कुछ बता दो, चले जाओ, करना हो कर लो, नहीं करना हो मत करो, राइट? दुनिया भी आगे बढ़ चुकी है, ठीक है? ये दिल्ली विल्ली जाके इंस्टीट्यूट में बैठना फिर वो कर लो. अभी बात ये है कि लेट मी जस्ट पिक अप, लेट्स से शिवानी की अपनी कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, शी हैज हर ओन लाइफस्टाइल, और शशांक हैज हिज ओन limitations, or he has particular problem in particular subjects, or let's say Raja, he has some particular issue that he's really good at prelims but mains नहीं सुधर रहा है उसका, ठीक है? So these things cannot be answered in structures like one person teaching 1,000 people. वो सब गया, ठीक है? वो टाइम अब गया. That doesn't work. And to be honest, प्रिपरेशन सिर्फ पढ़ाई लिखाई से नहीं होती है, ठीक है? I I'll be honest with you. The guy who got second rank, if you have it, if you are not aware of his story, you should genuinely check. If someone is going through that kind of situation in life, losing their both parents, etc., and not having any emotional support from your mentor or someone in the family, do you really think it works out for you that well? This is not just one example. We had rank 48 last year, right? Adit. He has given 3-4 attempt, फंसा हुआ है वो प्रिपरेशन में, नहीं हो रहा है. वी आर पवन दत्ता, MBBS डॉक्टर है. लास्ट के जब उसको समझ में आ गया, he just came to us 7 months before in UAP, 22 rank first attempt, MBBS doctor. He was not getting it through from the structures like on your left side. So I need to understand तुम्हारी actual problem क्या है, like particularly that can only be solved, it is one-on-one. मुझे नहीं लगता you have content problem, मुझे नहीं लगता problem accountability की है. आपको हर हफ्ते कोई हिलाने वाला चाहिए कि भाई कर ले यार. Like let's just try to understand that when you say I have covered certain part of syllabus, have you attempted test and what is the number of marks that you are getting, वो है असलियत. The story in your head that कि ये कर लिया है, 4 बार पढ़ लिया है, दैट्स, वो आपके अंदर ही है. यूपीएससी डजंट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट दैट, राइट? बिकॉज एग्जाम के दिन इस चीज का टेस्ट नहीं हो रहा है कि आपने कितनी बार कोई चीज पढ़ ली है. एग्जाम के दिन इसका टेस्ट नहीं हो रहा है हाउ वेल योर सोर्सेज आर. इसका टेस्ट नहीं हो रहा है कि आपका मेंटर कितना महान है. इस चीज का टेस्ट नहीं हो रहा है कि आपने बहुत फेमस फैकल्टी से पढ़ लिया है. टेस्ट इसका हो रहा है कि नंबर आ रहे हैं कि नहीं, बस. दैट्स द बेसिक पार्ट ऑफ इट. नंबर आएंगे, you'll get it. नहीं आएंगे, नहीं आएंगे. सो you have to be aware of your own gaps and blind spot. That can only happen when you are extremely assessed. You are going through constant assessments, mocks every week, and you are very honest with you and your mentor that sir इतना हो रहा है, अब मैं कहाँ पे जा सकता हूँ, right? I'll just quickly show you what happens as a part of when someone's like, how do we know कि तुम्हारी particular problems क्या है, right? What is the way that we work out? So when you're a part of UAP program, this is the form. I hope everyone can see. There are kind of questions that we ask. This happens when someone is a part of the program, right? जब आप enroll करते हो तो आपको you receive within 48 hours a orientation call happens, right? These are the kind of questions we ask. ये तो basic question है, but यहाँ से शुरू होता है. ठीक है, कहाँ पे रहते हो, कब दे रहे हो अटेम्प्ट, लैंग्वेज, जॉब है, कितने अटेम्प्ट दे चुके हो, प्रीवियस कोचिंग, कौन से प्रोग्राम में हो, टाइम कितना दे सकते हो, हाउ मच टाइम, दिल्ली में ऑफलाइन हो तो आप ऑफलाइन आके भी मेंटरशिप ले सकते हो, पुणे में तो पुणे आके, अगर आपको रोज आके मेंटर से मिलना है तो मिल लो, ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट्स, स्ट्रेंथ बताओ कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम है, कहाँ पे बहुत सही कर रहे हो, कौन से रिसोर्सेज है, एक एक चीज आप लिस्ट डाउन करो, कुछ छिपने नहीं देंगे, विल नेवर लेट यू हाइड, यू हैव टू जस्ट कम, जैसे डॉक्टर को आगे आप सब बता देते हो, दैट्स व्हाट इट इज, राइट? प्राइमरी सोर्सेज बताना पड़ेगा, स्पेसिफिक चैप्टर को अप्रोच कैसे करते हो, एंड व्हेन हाउ डू यू एंश्योर दैट योर कवरेज इज एयरटाइट. आई आस्क द क्वेश्चन, लॉट ऑफ पीपल लाइक मैंने एक रीडिंग कर ली मतलब मेरा कवर हो गया, राइट? How do you cover current affairs? See, I'll tell you how it works. When you say I read newspaper daily, there are counter questions to this that happens on the orientation call, right? So how do you make notes, right? I made notes but I don't need any help, so then fine, like, but there are a lot of people I made notes but need guidance, so we'll sit down with you and try to check each of your notes for each paper and try to tell you iska notes aise banta है, etc. Like answer writing, there are a lot of people who said मैंने answer writing नहीं किया है, so you can only fall in these three categories. I'll just wait for 5 seconds, read the three options. इसके अलावा कोई कैटेगरी में आप हो ही नहीं सकते. These are the only three categories in which you will fall, and each in whatever category of answers writing ka category you fall, you need to understand like there has to be some intervention. For example, I have not written any answers, need guidance, so we'll have to sit down with you and start your answer writing. We'll have to give you certain part of syllabus for you to cover, and then we'll give you first test. You attempt that test, वहां से start होगी. There are a lot of people who write answers but they evaluate नहीं होता, so we'll ask all your old answers and get them evaluated, right? How do you analyze prelims and mains test once you have attempted the test? PYQ analysis किया है कि नहीं, स्टैटिक करंट अफेयर्स कैसे इंटरलिंक करते हो, रिटेंशन याद कैसे रखते हो चीजें, ब्रेनस्टॉर्म. सो आई कैन जस्ट गो ऑन. This is the level at which we want to understand you. This is the nuance. You can never find it happening anywhere else. When we say mentorship, we are extremely serious about it. Every 15 days, we take a feedback, which is compulsory. If you are facing any issue, if it is not something that is aligned with your needs, we take a feedback हर 15 दिन. We ask things like आपने मॉक टेस्ट दिया कि नहीं, आपने पोस्ट टेस्ट डिस्कशन मेंटर के साथ किया कि नहीं, अगला टारगेट मिल गया है कि नहीं, करंट अफेयर्स का लेक्चर अटेंड किया कि नहीं. नो वन केयर्स. यू कैन एनरोल इन एनी कोर्स, आप देखो नहीं देखो किसी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बट वी आर नॉट लाइक दैट, राइट? बिकॉज वी आर गेटिंग रिजल्ट्स. Our focus is on make sure that you end up getting that rank, because if not that, like, what is the point? Like, prepare kari kyun rahe? At the end of the day, that is what you are also looking for, right? So I hope I gave you some peek into what do we mean when we say mentorship, right? These are the process, and after that you have the whole thing. So our content is extremely, like, all our content is original, which basically means you'll not find it anywhere else. You will only find, so X Factor notes कहीं नहीं मिलने वाले, flash notes कहीं नहीं मिलेंगे, it's original, copy paste नहीं है, right? So you'll only find on CD. Mentorship and program जो सिर्फ रैंक पे फोकस है, बिकॉज 9 out of 10 प्रोग्राम्स हमने सिलेबस करा दिया, टाटा बाय बाय. क्या फर्क पड़ता है भाई, आप 10 साल सिलेबस कर लो, रैंक तो नहीं आई ना. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे यू हैव टू मेक श्योर कि मेरे को इस टाइप का प्रिपरेशन चार्टेड आउट चाहिए. यू फिल दैट फॉर्म विच आई जस्ट शोड यू, ओरिएंटेशन फॉर्म, एंड देन यू एंड up talking to a mentor who will lay out the whole plan for you for the next 10-12 month, right? So again, we are launching the August batch. You have 1 week. You highly recommend that you talk to the mentor. You can scan this. If you cannot, if you're joining from phone only and you cannot scan, then there is a link in the chat. आप वहाँ पे जाके देख सकते हो and you can talk to us, which I highly recommend. We are done. I hope it helps you with PYQ understanding, macro plan पता चल गया, etc. If you have any question, feel free to ask, and I'll answer. I'll also try to unmute you so that you can ask the question directly. But if you do not have any question, I wish you all the best for your exam. ध्यान से पढ़ो भाई, and please attempt mock. ठीक है, मॉक मत छोड़ना, बस वो अटेम्प्ट करना ही है. अगर आप कुछ नहीं समझे हो आज, तो इतना समझ लो कि भाई मॉक देना है. सो इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन, प्लीज राइट एंड आई विल अनम्यूट यू. ओके, जमील, आई विल अनम्यूट यू, प्लीज आस्क. या शशांक, आई एम कमिंग, जस्ट गिव मी 2 minutes. Jamil, you can ask.
Hello, good evening, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Hi. Yes. Hi, how are you? Good evening.
I'm fine. Sir, I am already enrolled in somewhere for the GS Foundation course, which will continue for the next year, February till. So I have started.
Is this your first attempt?
Yeah, first attempt, sir.
Okay.
The classes are started from February 2024 itself, from this year. So I wanted to ask from you guys how this UAP program will help me, that I have to attend the GS class, optional class, and that.
Okay, cool. So when you say, see, UAP, what is the full form? Ultimate Assessment Program. Our sole focus is on two things. Whenever you, let's say you are covering these GS foundation classes from this place, that wherever you have enrolled, you are covering a part of syllabus. The next question is, when अभी हमने क्लियर किया, राइट, कि मैं आपकी बात तब मानूंगा व्हेन यू से कि मैंने ज्योग्राफी या हिस्ट्री खत्म कर लिया है. मैं, यू आर, ऑल यू आर सेइंग इज कि यू हैव रेड और वॉच्ड सम लेक्चर. खत्म कर लिया मतलब कि आपके मार्क्स आ रहे हैं एट सम थ्रेशोल्ड. द होल प्रोग्राम फोकसेस ऑन हिटिंग यू एट दैट थ्रेशोल्ड, कि इतने तो आने चाहिए. वी आर हेवीली फोकस्ड ऑन असेसमेंट. आई शोड यू दैट इनपुट ऑफ अनिमेश, राइट, कि 55 टेस्ट दे रखा है, ये रखा है. तो हमारा पूरा धक्का जो लगता है जमील, वो उस पर लगता है कि आप टेस्ट दो यार हर हफ्ते. सो एंड वंस यू अटेम्प्ट दोस टेस्ट, यू विल नीड सर्टेन फीडबैक कि मैं यहाँ गलत कर रहा हूँ, ये तो हो ही नहीं रहा, ये तो बढ़ ही नहीं रहा. सो मेंटर सिट्स डाउन विथ यू वन ऑन वन, which I'm not sure if you're getting there, but the whole program focuses on charting out your own plan. If the question is कि I have those classes also, etc., how will I accommodate this, right? The whole point is that we will be accommodating those classes. We never say कि वहां से मत पढ़ो, यहाँ से मत पढ़ो. आप जब मुझे ये सी, I showed you the whole form, right? You will write there कि these many number of hours I can give, etc. Mentor will talk to you कि we have also asked the question कि what are your sources, etc. So you, in that orientation call, you will be telling the mentor कि सर मेरी ये क्लासेस हैं इतने बजे से इतने बजे तक, अब आप मुझे बताओ मैं किस दिन कितना पढूं, कहाँ से पढूं, कब मेरा टेस्ट होगा, etc. So there is not going to be any conflict, because हमारी responsibility is that you have a very good clarity around आज दिन में क्या करना है. The question is never कि कहाँ से करना है. You are free to study, take any classes from anywhere. We never, हमारा focus assessment पे है, right? At the end of the day, he should know how much he is getting, why he is getting that much, and if he is not getting that much, are we sitting with him कि भैया यहाँ से यहाँ तक लाना है, and this is the path to do it. एक साल की फाइट है और ये लगेगा उसमें, right? We are never going to say कि आप वहां से मत पढ़ो. I hope that answers. But UAP is about assessment, not teaching. There are no classes in UAP except current affairs. Jamil, does that answer your question? There's no conflict in your courses that you're doing. Yes, Shashank. Yeah. Yes, go ahead, Shashank. Ask.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm good. How are you?
Great. Tell me.
Sir, I'm currently pursuing BTech degree from Vadodara, Gujarat. I'm in second year of my college. But sir, I'm like, it's my childhood aspiration to be an IS officer, being very frank with you. And I have not put in any good amount of effort towards reaching my goal.
Okay.
And sir, I need mentorship because I feel that I need it. I am studying polity. Like yesterday, I started after seeing video of Aditya Pandey sir. He has also been student of your institute. So I got interest in your webinar, so I attended it. So sir, I am appearing in 2027 attempt. So will there any be mentorship available for me?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I want to stay in contact with the team because I know it will be very helpful for me.
Yeah, there is. So there is a link. आप chat में देखोगे, or you can just scan this.
सर वो चैट में लिंक मेरा ओपन नहीं हो रहा है.
तो ठीक है, अभी आप यहाँ पे स्कैन कर सकते हो शशांक. You can
Wait.
just scan this and then you can just drop.
Wait, sir.
Jamil, do you have any other question? Your hand is raised. I've tried to unmute you. Okay, folks. Anyone else who wants to ask any question?
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir,
Yes.
Samachar Manthan will be included. It will be the part of UAP program or like.
Yes, correct. Correct. It is a part. So आप एक काम करो. You go to civilsdaily.com. वहाँ पे आप UAP का brochure download कर सकते हो. और I'll ask my
Sir,
team to put it in the chat अभी. So
I
you
reside
can find
here
the
in
brochure.
I reside
Sorry.
here in Old Rajendra Nagar itself. So
तो आप
shall I
आओ.
visit the office?
Yes. Do you know Apsara Arcade? Metro के नीचे.
Yeah.
So आप go and meet with the mentor directly. You'll meet the faces that you're seeing on the screen. You'll meet one of them.
Yeah.
सुमित सर,
Okay, for
अरविंद सर, आप मिल लो, रवि सर से मिल लो, एक बार आके बैठ के अपना बता दो कि ये चल रहा है मेरा और अभी यहाँ तक मैं पहुंच चुका हूँ. Vinay, I'll unmute you. 1 second. You should see the option now. Jamil, before that you'll have to just drop a text. So आप एक बार text डाल देना so that mentor is available for you. Otherwise, randomly if you'll come, no, they are busy with their session. Just make sure that you're dropping a text first.
For sure.
Vinay, I've unmuted you. Please ask. Fatima, I'll come to you next.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Hi, Vinay. How are you? Good evening.
Yes, sir. I'm doing good, sir. How about you?
Great. बताओ.
Just now I'm a working professional. I
ठीक है.
thought to read without job. By quitting the job, I
ठीक है.
thought to read. At present, I'm in a notice period.
Have you already?
But
Or you're
it-
thinking?
Yeah, like already I've quitted. At present, I'm in a notice
अच्छा.
period. Now,
Okay.
now I'm in a
Okay.
completely confused state whether to do without job or with job. By seeing this, I feel
Okay.
somewhere I could do with job. So, is it
ठीक है.
preferable?
नहीं. No. I got your question. देखो यार, we never say to quit your job. मतलब पता नहीं बाकी लोग क्या बोलते हैं. CD में हम कभी recommend नहीं करते. ठीक है. The only time we recommend is that you are someone when you're qualified pre also, mains also, and then बिल्कुल last leg में आके. ठीक है. तो तभी जैसे आदित्य पांडे है, we told him last leg में आके कि छोड़ दे भाई अभी तो like we can't take the risk. अभी तो इंटरव्यू पे आ गया. You have to get into this, right? And with Animesh, because Ranadhir sir and all of us were like कि ठीक है यार, मतलब he is able to cover the syllabus और उसके टेस्ट में मार्क्स भी काफी सही आ रहे थे and he is very extremely consistent also, right? He is attempting all the tests. So these things will tell you कि इसको like he's not having a lot of struggle with managing time. He'll come to us and say कि sir, no, tell me whatever is the task or the syllabus for this week. I'll try to do, and he'll be extremely honest because there is a 100% trust on the mentor कि I'm in a good hands, etc. Right? So we will never recommend, like CD mein we don't recommend leaving job, right? But the question is, you have already quit. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So are you
But
trying to
now
like
in a confused or a dilemma state. Seriously.
नहीं ठीक है यार. Okay, if there is a chance, Vinay, that you can join back or something, please do. Or okay, assume that you have a job. Will you be able to find 5 hours to 6 hours on a daily basis?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Then don't
around
leave.
7 hours I can give. I can give the
Please
time.
don't. Yeah. Please don't quit. Please don't quit. Or if you have already quit, then please find. But do not leave the job. देखो यार, UPSC काफी uncertain है. What I will tell you is we will be with you and we'll give 100% fight with you. But I don't conduct the exam. It's UPSC, right? So I can never control the result. But इतना guarantee है कि आप fight will do full. Like we'll fight with you 100%, right? And mentor will be. But I do not recommend you quitting the job. Process uncertain है, and because you can give me 5
Present,
hours.
yes,
5
sir.
to 7
At present, my
hours.
age is also 26.
So because you can give 5 to 6 hours, I don't doubt it. So, I mean, we will just need you to be extremely diligent, right? Very focused.
Yes.
And you have to stretch on weekends types. And if you are extremely focused and very sincere, then great. Our job becomes very easier with sincere people. Like, I hope that answers. Do drop us a
Yes, sir.
text, get on a call with a mentor and try to tell them कि ये चल रहा है, ठीक है? But
Yes,
don't quit.
let me have a
Yeah.
call with someone there so that I will
Yes.
get a clear idea.
Yeah. You can scan the thing on the screen or drop in. Fatima, please ask.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Fatima. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, sir. Sir, I
Please
wanted to ask, is this UAP I have seen the brochure, sir. This program, whatever the 3 phases are there. So ये program actually शुरू हो रहा था काफी पहले से. So if we are joining the August batch, so will one be able to cover up the entire thing by the end of?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was just waiting for someone to ask this question. Like, great question. See, CD does not operate like typical batches. For example, this is not like one to many classes. What the experience that, let's say, Shashank or Vinay will be having is 100% different with what you, because this is one-on-one. Let me ask you, is this your first attempt?
No, sir. And actually
कौन
wanted
सा
to
है
say
आपका? Like, which attempt is?
ये मेरा last attempt होगा, sir. And
See,
so one more thing is already I have actually joined the UAP program. I'm already a student of this thing, sir. मेरे को actually ये पूछना था because I have one of my friend asked कि can I join the August batch करके. So for that
yeah,
thing,
I get it. No, I
joined
get this. Yeah. See, when did you join?
Sir, I joined in the month of June, so like last week of June.
Great. And who's your mentor?
My mentor is Swatantra, sir.
Swatan sir. So in last June, July, August, almost 1.5, 2 month-ish is you have been,
Yes.
right? What I'm trying to say, let's say Vinay is, are you working professional or full time?
No, sir, full time.
So your time length or आपका जो timetable, whatever Swatantra sir is giving you, is completely going to be completely different than what Vinay is. He's doing a job, or Shashank, he'll be attempting in 2027. So your friend, whatever is their situation, their experience is going to be different. My answer to that question is CD does not operate in batches. The day you start your preparation is the day when batch starts, because it is one-on-one. What I generally say is कि आप जितना लेट करोगे ना, पर डे का बर्डन बढ़ता जाएगा. So let's say if you're starting in, I don't know, अक्टूबर, तो यार मेंटर की भी तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि प्रीलिम्स के पहले आपका सिलेबस खत्म होना चाहिए, ब्ला ब्ला, राइट? सो व्हाट ही और शी डज नॉट हैव एनी अदर ऑप्शन बट टू टेल यू कि भैया अभी एक दिन में 10 घंटे स्ट्रेच करना पड़ेगा. अभी करोगे, या लेट्स से यू स्टार्टेड इन जून, हाउ मेनी आवर्स आर यू पुटिंग? 7-8 probably in a day. वही प्लान होगा आपका.
Yes, sir.
Right? So the same person, if someone starts in October, I don't think they can just put 5-7 hours, right? उनको तो like they'll have to stress. So the only question is, can I start early? Batch, don't worry, because that headache is on the mentor की इसका करवाना है, and how many hours can I push this person for. So yeah, what I will highly recommend is, before your friend join or something, please ask them to talk to the mentor first, and here is he or she can scan, or probably you can connect with Swatantra sir or someone else in the team and let them decide and then talk once. Great. Is there anyone else who wants to? Ask a question? No? Shivam, do you want to ask? Okay. We have... Yeah, Shivam, you can ask. Hello? Hello?
Hello,
Hey, Shivam, how are you?
I'm good, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Tell me.
So actually, I am a student at some institute for GS, and it will
ठीक
get
है.
completed at in the month of approximately August or November. So,
Okay.
sir, and I am targeting for 2026, sir. And by
Okay.
the end of this year, my optional will also get completed. So,
Okay.
sir, but my basic issue with me is I'm unable to have a strict plan even or एनीथिंग. मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा रिवाइज कैसे करूं और आंसर्स कैसे लिखूं. आई हैव कंप्लीटेड होल सिलेबस बट सर स्टिल आई एम फाइंडिंग माय सेल्फ एट जस्ट
नो.
0 पुट्स.
ओके, ठीक है, मैं समझ गया. नहीं, पहली बात तो भाई, जस्ट टेक इट विद अ पिंच ऑफ सॉल्ट शिवम, ठीक है? कुछ नहीं हुआ आपका सिलेबस. बस सी, यही तो गलती है ना आप. ओके, टेल मी योर मॉक्स के मार्क्स बताओ आपने. हाउ मेनी मॉक्स हैव यू अटेम्प्टेड?
So the institute I have joined, there is no mock for online. I have joined online, but I can get
भैया
review of
आप,
single questions.
नहीं
So
नहीं,
I
एक
have
मिनट
done
एक मिनट.
approximately 50 questions, sir. And I had got like
50 क्वेश्चंस और मॉक्स?
questions, sir, not mock.
अरे देखो, यू हैव जस्ट टोल्ड कि यू हैव कंप्लीटेड द सिलेबस. एम आई करेक्ट? डिड आई हियर दैट?
Yeah,
है ना?
sir, as per classes.
हाँ, करेक्ट. सो आप ये बोलो कि हमने क्लासेस कर, यही गलती हो रही है. सी, दिस इज वेयर द प्रॉब्लम इज. आप यार, सी, नो वन cares? यूपीएससी को क्या फर्क पड़ता है आपने क्या क्लासेस की है क्या नहीं करी है? अरे भाई, यू आर जस्ट अ रोल नंबर देयर। उस दिन सिर्फ एक चीज से फर्क पड़ता है, एंड दैट इज आपके नंबर कितने आए हैं और वो कट ऑफ से ऊपर है कि नहीं। आप उतने ऑनेस्ट तो रहना पड़ेगा ना दोस्त अपने को, है ना? तो देखो, सबसे पहली चीज है, आई डोंट नो, बाय द वे, व्हाई आर यू अटेम्प्टिंग इन 26? इज दिस, व्हाट इज
Sir,
द
age,
रीजन?
sir. Age.
अच्छा, ठीक है। सो आर यू स्टिल इन ग्रेजुएशन और समथिंग?
Yeah, it's a final year, sir.
ठीक है, ठीक है। सो इन दैट, सी, टाइम इज नॉट द इशू, यू आर प्रोबब्ली सिमिलर केस है शशांक, ठीक है, टाइम का इशू नहीं है आपके पास। बट यार, आप 2 साल बाद 1 साल बाद ये नहीं बोल सकते किसी को, अरे टाइम नहीं था, आपका फाउंडेशन, लाइक आप बेसिकली वही अनिमेश वाली सिचुएशन में हो कि let's say we are in 2026 or 27, looking back you cannot blame on something, you have enough time. There are people, let's say Vinay hai, Fatima hai, right? These people have like 20, 10, 12 months. आपके पास वो इशू नहीं है, so you have to get your foundation so strong through classes, through content and assessment, that you have no other. So all I can diagnose very quickly is that you need a lot of clarity. You need to wake up every day and you need to have a clarity, like कि आज इस week तक ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है. I think somehow the place that you are preparing from, I don't know, probably they have given or not, but that is all you need. And then whenever you say that I have covered the syllabus, someone needs to come to you and say कि भैया mock दो और मेरे को नंबर बताओ. That's the part of feedback and mentorship. So if it works for you and if you are able to do it, just talk to mentors once. You have a, you can scan, just एक बार call कर लो, अपना situation बताओ, and then see if UAP works for you. But man, you need to assess yourself a lot. Just let's just be honest, Shivam. Don't tell yourself कि syllabus हो गया है, ठीक है?
सर एक्चुअली मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि हाउ टू कवर इट। मेरे पास पूरे टाइम है, मैं फुल टाइम यही कर रहा होता हूँ, बट
नहीं, I understand, but when you say मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, is that because you are not able to understand concept or the
नो नो सर,
planning part of it?
I have
So the
understood
planning part, right?
planning part, sir. I have made
Great.
class notes too, sir. I'm revising that also. But when it comes to answer writing, I am unable to make good answers either. In mains answer writing, I am not able to frame good answer, and in prelims
ठीक है,
answers, I am unable to understand question and unable to get
ठीक है,
good
got
answer
it.
there.
But so I think all you need is like a macro and micro plan, which I just showed, right? I
Yeah.
think तो वो होना बहुत जरूरी है, like so that you wake up every day and you are like, I'm 100% sure what am I going to cover today. So something like this
Yes, yes.
is what, something like this is that every time you attempt a test, you are basically, it's like
But
how
sir,
do
my
you eat
target
an
year is
elephant?
2026.
No, sorry, that's UPSC will be there in 2026 also, so you're preparing for the same exam. It's just the length
Yeah,
of time
मतलब
is
सर बहुत
थोड़ा
लंबा
सा
टाइम
ज्यादा.
पीरियड है.
हाँ, तो
हाँ.
ठीक है, और मोर रीजन फॉर यू टू बिकम अकाउंटेबल, अदरवाइज आप ये थोड़ी बोलते रहोगे खुद को अभी तो बहुत टाइम है, ठीक है?
Yes,
हाउ
sir.
मेनी, लाइक 90 वीक्स होगा, 90 वीक्स इज व्हाट यू विल हैव इवेंचुअली. अभी 43 है तो उतना ही, 100 वीक्स, right? See, the idea is that time is going to come, it's inevitable. The question is,
Sir, like
will
मैं
Shivam be
अगर UAP
100% confident and prepared, right? So please have something like this, और आप जहां से भी अभी पढ़ रहे हो उनको बोलो कि यार मुझे ऐसा कुछ बना के दो यार जहाँ पे, right? And if
so
that's
they
not
are not helping
possible,
in
I
this way.
highly नहीं, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, तो आप एक काम करो, just talk to a mentor once. I think you'll have more clarity. But मुझे उससे ज्यादा कोई प्रॉब्लम लग नहीं रहा. The only thing you need is आपको ब्रेक डाउन चाहिए प्रॉपर सिलेबस का, हर दिन का पता होना चाहिए. एंड सेकंड थिंग इज दैट यू आर एक्सट्रीमली फोकस्ड व्हेन इट कम्स टू असेसमेंट. मुझे ज्यादा वीकनेस उस तरफ लग रही है दैट यू आर नॉट असेसिंग योरसेल्फ. प्लानिंग तो फिर भी ठीक है, आई थिंक. बट गुड थिंग यार, यू आर वेरी सेल्फ अवेयर पर्सन. यू कम ऑफ लाइक कि आपने ये सब कर लिया है इतने जल्दी सेकंड थर्ड ईयर में. So that is really good. So don't let this understanding go away just in vain, okay? Just get some plan and please assess yourself. And you need better clarity. Talk to someone who have been through this journey, one of the mentor. Where are you, in Delhi or Pune, by the way?
No, sir, I am not. I am from my hometown.
Okay, so at least get on a call. Just WhatsApp us and you'll receive a call this week, okay? It will help you a lot.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have, folks, we just have last 5 minutes. Aditi, I will unmute you. Please ask your question
Good
quickly.
evening, sir. Good
Good
evening.
evening. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Great. Tell me.
So, actually, I have not started UPSC preparation yet, and my aim is to attempt 2025. So can I attempt 2025 with complete syllabus, mocks and all, or should I aim for 2026?
Yeah, I mean, there are two ways to answer this question. First is when you say I will attempt in 2026, will you start right away या फिर रुकोगे एक साल? Will you start right away if you are preparing for 2026, or will you start next year preparation? Can you hear me? Am I not audible, folks? Just say yes or no if you can't hear me. I've asked to unmute you. Am I audible? Just write yes or no if I am audible. Something seems to be wrong.
Yes, sir.
Acha, ठीक है. Aditi, okay, then I can't hear you. But the question is, if you are starting next year only, then that's not a good strategy.
Excuse me,
Right.
sir. Actually, mic unmute नहीं हो रहा था. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Will you
actually,
start preparing next year if you are preparing in 2026, or will you start
sir,
right away?
actually, I've done my BTech in artificial intelligence last month only. I've completed last month only, so I'm stuck in between. Like, I have, should I start for 2025? I can study for full time, or should I aim for 2026? Like, I'm stuck
No,
in
no,
this.
I'm asking a simple question. Let's say you start. Let's say you have decided today कि 2026 में ही करना है. When will you
Yes.
start preparing? This year or next year?
Sir,
2026 में तो 2 साल है. So when will you start preparing? This year or
sir,
next year?
this year, I like,
So then
I want.
wait. If you are preparing in 2026, you'll start preparing this year. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
If you are preparing for 2025, it's inevitable, indispensable. इसी साल करना पड़ेगा prepare.
Yes, sir.
Here is the question. In any case, you'll have to prepare now. What is the confusion? The question is, when I have
Sir,
decided to prepare this year, how am I going to do it in a way that it doesn't matter that I prepare for 2025 or 26, I just get a rank. Forget first, second, third, single digit rank. मेरे को इस list में नाम चाहिए. If that is not the goal, why am I wasting my 2 years, right? So इतनी sharp preparation होनी चाहिए. That is the whole question. So see, I understand you'll have some job or some other commitments in life, some anything else. Can you give me 5 to 7 hours on a daily basis? That is all I am asking. That is all any mentor will ask. And if you are sincere enough, decently, then we'll try to push you to your best of capabilities. We will never let you hide behind anything. वो होता ही नहीं है. यहाँ पे उल्टा नहीं है ना. Mentor will reach out to you and call you कि हुआ क्यों नहीं, where are you, what is the status, all those things, right? So it's us who will take accountability.
yes, sir.
Yeah, so I hope that answers, Aditi. It's us who will take the accountability. So in any case, you should start preparing right away. And when the 2025, which is on 25th May next year, 4 or 5 months before, you will have a clear answer. Basis your confidence, ki should I go for 2025 attempt? And if you're not confident, you can keep preparing an attempt in 26. The good thing is, looking back, you have already spent a really good number of months in preparing for the exam. So I will highly recommend, don't just run away from this dilemma of किस साल देना है. Please start preparing. Are you sure you want to attempt civil service? उतना तो sure है ना?
Yes, sir. Actually, मैंने job भी placement वगैरह कुछ join नहीं किया because I have to do UPSC. So, sir, मैंने NCERT complete कर लिया अपने second year में. But final year तक आते आते पूरा lag हो गया UPSC की preparation के साथ.
No, it's okay. So don't worry about it. None of, like, even if you attempt next to next year, if you for now, you just focus on 2025. When the exam comes near for 2025, probably in April or March, you will have a clear sense कि साल देना चाहिए. And you'll not be alone. You'll have mentor to tell
So,
you
sir,
where you are. So because we'll have your mock test marks.
So, sir, what's your advice? Like, पूरा syllabus complete हो जाएगा up 2025 के attempt तक?
Yeah, I just laid out the whole plan, no? The whole timeline कि December तक ये होना चाहिए, etc. And if you read really micro plan, okay, I think I lost my screen. You just talk to us once. Don't worry about it. You'll be able to cover the syllabus. Syllabus is never the problem, but don't delay it further. So, right. I hope that answers. Shivani, is it available in Hindi? Yes, we do Hindi mentorship. Okay. Let me unmute. Guys, we have last 5 minutes. Please ask.
Hello.
Ye last 2-3 question. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
So I have a doubt regarding that how the test will be conducted. So whether it will be tailored according to our needs, or there will be a fixed schedule for the mains test.
There are both. No, there are both. So, for example, if there is a standard schedule, but very few aspirant can stick to it because of some reasons they cannot. They have to move here and there. But yeah, ideally we would want you to give it to the standard schedule. But if you can't because of some reason, then mentor will tell you on what date you will have a test basis how much syllabus you have covered. So it moves according to you, your needs. Some people are working professionals, some people aren't. Also online and offline. Are you in Delhi or Pune? If you are, then you can come to.
No,
Yeah,
I'm planning
if not,
to go to Delhi.
so correct. No, you don't have to go to Delhi just for the test. If you are, then fine.
No, I have already planned to move to Delhi for my preparation. So.
Okay. That's not necessary, honestly, telling you. This is 2024. कोई
Yeah.
ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. But ठीक है. I mean, if you want to, you can. But still, tests are online, and if you want to come and give test offline, you should come to the center and please write. By the way, you can also meet and take mentorship in person. So great that you feel in that you'll come.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Let me unmute. Yes, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
Sir.
Shashank, just give me. Can you write here? And then let me ask Smritali. Yeah, go ahead.
So I am a working professional aspirant, and last month only I have started my preparation.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, आपने जो timeline दिया है, you have given the macro plan. Will it be possible for me to complete the syllabus and to attempt in 2025?
Okay, I need some context. Is this the first time you're attempting?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I will be
what is
ready.
the status?
तो मैंने लास्ट मंथ ही मैंने प्रिपरेशन शुरू किया एंड मैंने ऑप्शनल शुरू किया है.
What is it? What is your option?
Like sociology. So 25 total chapter and I have completed only 4.
ठीक है. Okay. And tell me quickly about how many hours is it that you can give on a daily basis?
Well, 5 to 7 hours I can give.
Okay. And you can stretch on weekends?
Yes, Saturday, Sunday off.
Okay, so this is great. So you can this is a perfect thing for you. See, all you need to do is that please assess yourself. I don't know, like on a crazy level. Like you please, when you say like I've done sociology study, like I will see, no one at CD will accept that as an answer. You ask anyone at CD, sir, I have covered polity. In a split second, they'll say, tell me your marks in polity. And if you don't have marks, they'll be like, you just have read some books. You haven't covered it. See, we are very particular about are you assessing yourself? That's why the whole name of the program is ultimate assessment. So see, as far as Smritali, your timelines are concerned, let me just remind for everyone else also, by December you should be, and sociology is like fine, you can, it's not like very long, large optional, right? You'll be able to do it. So although I'll also highly recommend check Animesh AI2's handwritten sociology notes. All right, go to website and please download his notes. And if you don't find it on website, drop us a WhatsApp and ask on the WhatsApp to send you his notes. Please have those notes. They are extremely important. And so, I mean, by December 24, you should have done one reading. You should have attempted mocks for prelims and mains, at least one. If you can't do full length, at least do sectional. And I'm not saying this lightly. Do not take my words like kisi ne kuch bol diya. No, please attempt mocks. There is no reason why you have to attempt mocks by the December. Even if you can't do full length, please do sectional, but attempt mocks, because once you finish your first reading by December and you'll start your second reading, ideally called revision, you should understand the gaps that you had after your first reading, and you can only understand those gaps when you attempt mocks.
Sir,
Otherwise, this is story in our head that I've gone through the syllabus, I've gone through the syllabus. That's not enough.
yes, sir.
I mean, 10 lakh people prepare 5 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh attempt. All of them have gone through the syllabus. I mean, who hasn't
Yes,
gone
sir.
through the syllabus? So you see, your working professional life, this will not come in the way,
Yes, sir.
because you come off as someone sincere, you really want to do it, but okay, but please don't make mistake of not assessing yourself. Please don't make a mistake of hiding behind I've done syllabus, etc. Okay, please be courageous enough to attempt the mocks. Please find someone who can just tell you every week or every 15 days ki, this is where
Yes,
you are
sir.
wrong. This is, and that's what mentorship. So drop us a text and talk to someone at least once.
Yes, sir.
That's easy.
Sir, I have one more question. Sir, you told me that I have to give mock test by the end of December. Of what? Sociology or GS, like polity, history, like that?
Can you repeat?
Sir,
How
you
much?
told me that. Sir, you told me that I have to give mock test by the end of December. You are talking this about the context of my optional, or you are talking in general, like
Got it.
polity?
Got it. Got it. Good. See, when I said December tak dena, I didn't mean wait till December. All this while you are
Yes,
giving. So from August to December, you are giving some in between, right? So don't like
yes,
ki,
sir.
because there is a phenomenon. Let me complete the syllabus, then I let him. Okay, it's been like years. I haven't find any aspirant, even the ranker, who could cover syllabus in this exam called UPSC. So it's not possible. Like, but and when you say like optional, etc., all these things, see, the point is, start with, you should basically, the idea is that you decide some part of the syllabus you will cover in next 15 days. Let's say you decide I'll cover polity 15 chapter in next 10 days. By the on the 11th day, there has to be a mock test on those 10 chapters. That is all it means. And once you attempt the mocks, it's like a mirror. I was telling myself I've covered it, but guess what, man? Like, I got these questions wrong. How am I
Yes,
saying
sir.
this? So I better make sure that these gaps do not exist. See, the more you expose yourself in these situations before the exam, I'm telling you, you'll be a very confident person before your actual prelims, because you've gone through the situation multiple times. That's all the whole point of training and everything is. So please force yourself to be in those situations again and again, make all the mistakes possible before your actual prelims, and you'll be better off. All right, there is no rocket science behind this, right? So that's all. I mean, that's all I'm trying to say. So GS prelims, CSET, are you fine? Are you come from engineering background? Are you okay with CSET, or is there a struggle there?
Yes, sir. I'm engineering background, but I have not given any taste of CSAT till now. Like
So
last month, I have
like
started.
you should attempt. If you're getting
Yes,
less than
sir.
50, then start right away.
Yes, sir.
If not, then you can take it from March next year. But so optional,
Yes,
at
sir.
least, see, sectional GS prelims and mains, and optional ka at least sectional 2 to 3 papers. That's all I'm asking till December. Shivani, I know you've been waiting for a lot of like. Let me
Thank you
unmute
so
you.
much, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Shashank, it takes generally 24 hours. You'll get it tomorrow, most probably. Bye, man. Take care. Shivani, I've asked to unmute you. You can ask the question. Other folks, you can just get back to your studies, etc. We are just doing Q&A. You don't need to be here. Everything is done. Please talk to mentor once. Shivani, I've asked to unmute you. If you have a question, you can ask.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. And मैं ये पूछना चाहती थी कि हिंदी मीडियम के लिए अवेलेबल है. This is my third attempt.
Yes, we do Hindi. Yes, we do Hindi medium. We have Roshan sir who takes care. He has been to interview this 2023. He has attempted. He has gone to give interview. He just missed with like very less marks in the list. So he'll be your mentor. He takes care. So.
मेरा खुद का 5 क्वेश्चन से रह गया है शायद इस बारी.
Oh no, I'm really sorry. Yeah, he's an extremely patient mentor. He'll work with you through and through. So do talk to us, and when you drop us a text, please also write to connect you with Roshan sir, and so that you also understand what is his procedure, how he mentors, etc. तो आपको थोड़ा better context मिल जाएगा. But yes, we do have Hindi thing. I hope you don't need help with the content. क्योंकि content तो YouTube पे सब free में है यार. right? But assessments वगैरह etc. So we can help you. Just drop us a text and you'll receive a call within next 1 or 2 days. Dev, I'm unmuting you. Please ask. All the best, Shivani.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Dev.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Great. बताओ.
Sir, I am from Chhattisgarh
Okay.
and I am pursuing BCom in final year. Now I am in final year in BCom.
Okay.
Sir, I want to prepare for civil services, but I have not a single guidance regarding this exam.
All right. Was the session helpful for you today? Did you
Yes,
get some
sir. Yes, sir.
idea?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
cool. Yeah, man, like don't
सर
don't
प्रॉब्लम ये
yeah,
आती है कि जैसे मैं
yeah, go ahead.
सर जैसे मैं कोई बुक रीडिंग करने के लिए जाता हूँ ना तो
Okay.
वो बुक के सेंटेंस ही मेरे को समझ नहीं आते.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I understand. See, don't like it's not unnatural, okay? कि ये कुछ it's not rare for this to happen. It happens with everyone. For some people, there are certain subjects which won't make sense to them. They come from certain background and like अगर कोई law करके आया हुआ है, polity is like a piece of cake for them, right? तो don't worry about it. Like इतना stress नहीं जरूर नहीं. What I'll say is that I hope today's session gave you some clarity how to approach,
Yes, sir.
etc. I genuinely want you to talk to someone in CD. You can just scan it in next 24 hours, 48 hours. It will be hard for me to answer the whole thing, but trust me, after that call, you'll be so much better off with the clarity you'll have. So you will basically have clarity around 3 things कि syllabus को tackle कैसे करना है, मेरा टाइम टेबल क्या होना चाहिए, और मैं कितने कितने इंटरवल के बाद खुद को असेस कर सकता हूँ. By the way, you're probably attempting in 26, am I correct? Or 25?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 26. 26,
26
sir.
तो ठीक है, टाइम का आपको इशू नहीं है. And you don't need to move
Yes,
anywhere
sir.
else. You can very well be in Chhattisgarh and prepare. But in a panic या tension की जरूरत नहीं है. Like you have time, and don't worry about this thing of not able to understand. You come from commerce background, उतना overlap है नहीं subject से humanities में, तो it's okay यार. But just
Yes,
all
sir.
I
मैं
want you to
कॉमर्स
have is some
बैकग्राउंड से ही हूँ.
patience. No, I understand. That's what I'm saying. कोई overlap नहीं है, right? Humanities में. So I just
Yes.
need you to have some patience, right? Initial 2-3 months.
Yes, sir.
And don't worry about it, like because you will start from NCRTs, so you will have a really good foundation. We call that bunyad here. The first 3 months phase is called bunyad, where we really work hard with
Yes.
you to make sure that your foundations are strong. Because I mean, if they are not, it will crumble down eventually. So don't worry about it. Like you'll be fine. Just make sure that you talk to us here. And there's
Yes,
a
sir.
link in the chat, or you can just scan and we'll sort it out. Okay, last
Sir,
question.
one
Jai
more
Krishna.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
सर जैसे मतलब मेरे को कोई आंसर पता रहता है लेकिन ना उतना कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आ पाता किसी के सामने बोलने का.
Like what do you mean when you say बोलने का?
मतलब मैं किसी के सामने मतलब बोलना नहीं बनता आंसर.
But who's asking you this? Who's asking these questions?
नहीं सर जैसे मान लीजिए मैंने कोई सब्जेक्ट रीडिंग किया और उसके
Okay.
रिगार्डिंग कोई मेरे को क्वेश्चन पूछेगा तो अगर मेरे को आंसर पता होगा तब भी मैं बोल नहीं पाऊंगा. मतलब कॉन्फिडेंस की कमी मान सकते हैं.
Okay, I understand. So it comes because of 2 reasons. One, that you don't have the knowledge only, or second, you have the knowledge, but you can't articulate it in a way that will
Yes, sir.
get some validation from others. So see,
Yes.
I can tell you 30,000 reasons why it happens, but the only thing that will work you is the practice. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
So आपको enough practice करनी पड़ेगी. ये सब answers easy नहीं है. See, UPSC is, we all understand, like it's not going to be easy journey. It's not a rosy path. So see, the first thing is these are mental inhibitions. Like more often than not, these problems exist inside our head rather than in real life. So the moment you practice a lot, you get yourself in these situations again and again multiple times, you will eventually start to have some confidence. You're not putting yourself in these situations again and again. Please do that. Like be
Yes, sir.
slightly courageous enough कि कैसे बोलूं, like बेशरम होना पड़ता है दोस्त. Like you'll have to be slightly shameless in life, right? Don't worry about what other
Yes,
things.
sir.
Who cares? This is your life. So
Yes, sir.
just become slightly courageous about कि यार ठीक है, what is the worst? I'll get it wrong, so what? So please make sure that you put yourself in these situations again and again. And I think that is where you talk to mentor a lot after every 10 days, 15 days. And there is someone who's talking to you, who's holding you accountable, who's asking questions and you're answering them. You will get confidence. Don't worry about it. Right. And this is not going to
सर
be
vocab को कैसे
reading. It's all
सर
comes with
vocab
wide reading.
vocab
Yeah, wide reading. And that is wide reading. It's again a question of articulation.
Thank
So
you.
just they do one
Thank
thing,
you,
talk
sir.
to us once so that you'll have better
Yes, sir.
understanding. Cool. Last question. Jaya Krishna, I'll unmute you. Please ask. And then we are done.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello. Hi. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Sir, I am a
Yes, fine.
working professional.
Okay.
I'm preparing for UPSC CSE.
Can you be slightly louder? I'm losing your voice.
I'm being prepared for preparing for UPSC since 3 years, sir.
Okay. How many attempts have you given?
I give three attempts I gave.
Okay. Did you write mains?
No, actually prelims also I didn't clear.
Okay. What is the score that you get normally in prelims in 3 attempts?
Last year's attempt I got 65.
Okay, that's not bad, right?
Yes.
When you say last year, like 2023,
2023.
is it 2023?
2023 only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me, what is the question? What do you want to know?
If I take this UAP program, will prelims and mains will be covered? Means every week we'll be having the prelims test series also. Means questions.
Okay, okay, got the question. Will it be every week or not? I don't know, because I don't know enough about your preparation right now. Did you see the form that I showed everyone? The onboarding form, Jaya, by any chance? The mentorship onboarding form when I showed it. Were you there? Or did you join late or something? Great.
No,
So if you check, okay. So when you saw that form, there are a lot of questions that we are asking to understand your preparation. How many marks you are getting, what is the syllabus, etc. I cannot answer ki will you have a test every week, because maybe you don't need every week. Maybe you need once in a 15 days. And I also don't know how much syllabus should a mentor give you for you to cover every 10 days or 15 days. It depends on your reading skills, your speed of understanding a topic. There are a lot of nuances. It will be extremely unfair for me to just pass a judgment. Yeah, you'll have it every week. See, our tests are not a standard in nature. They're not like fixed test series, right? Mentor sits with you, gives you some task for the next 2 weeks or 10 days. Once you cover that syllabus, part of syllabus, you'll be asked to attempt a test. If you do not attempt a test, you will receive a call asking a reason why is it happening. And they will be kindly, positively kind of told to attempt the test, right? Because that's important, because we'll not move forward until you attempt the test. I can't accept key you just say, yeah, I've covered the syllabus and I'll accept. What's the point, right? We are just any other coaching then. So the whole point of UAP is like we kind of force you to attempt and get assessed. Once you attempt the test, there will be some marks. Again, mentor will reach out to you on a Zoom call, face to face, most probably on a video call, and you'll have to sit and discuss the whole thing. In mains and prelims, you have to discuss everything. Where are you getting wrong? What is happening? What is not happening? Ideally, after that discussion, you'll have some pointers. You'll have some realization. Okay, this is where I'm getting things wrong. And when the next time you'll attempt the test, ideally, you should not be repeating those mistakes. So you're generally getting better test after test. And that is, see, we're not complicating preparation. We are just saying ki, bhaiya, cover certain part of the syllabus, attempt the test, get assessed, and get the feedback. It's that simple. We don't want to complicate things. All we expect from you is sincerity. And why not? You're putting 1 year of your life into something. So all that we expect is sincerity. Right? You come off as someone who is sincere, you come off as someone who wants to genuinely do, because you're doing the preparation for 3 years, right? You're very close. 65, 70 marks is not bad, honestly. And you're someone who can be through prelims and mains. So I don't know what's getting wrong, Abhi. Is it the content that you're lacking? Is it the accuracy that you're lacking? I cannot judge that right now. But please do talk to us. You just scan and talk to us so that we can have a longer conversation with the mentor. And if you're in
Sir,
Delhi or
one more.
Pune, please. Yes.
Yeah, actually, I can give only 5 to 6 hours. I can give in a day, sir. Actually,
Can you
that
stretch on
time is
weekends?
yes. Weekend also second and fourth Saturday I can give, and all Sundays.
See, we get
Because
in trouble when it is less than 5 hours. That's a problem for us, for a mentor. If it is 5 hours, then we can pull it off.
yes,
Right now, in August, okay, each day, each week it passes, it becomes like, we'll be honest with you. Jaya
yes,
Krishna will be like, no, it's not possible because so if you want to, then do it ASAP. But yeah, I mean, if you can give us more than 5 hours or at least 5 hours on weekdays and weekend, if you can stretch, then we'll be honest with you. Like, we'll try to give you that kind of syllabus. See, a lot of things because you're not someone new. You've gone through the syllabus. You're very close to that. I think you just want to cover what 20-25 marks ka gap. It's not easy. It's UPSC still, but you're not starting from zero. So you have already gone through syllabus multiple times. So that makes our job easier, right? That you'll have certain topics which are stronger, certain medium categories, certain you're really weak at. Let's just analyze that, sit down. So I don't think 5 hours is a problem, but again, there are other nuances that we need to know before we can say, So again, same thing, talk to us once, just scan it and just talk to us once. Great. I think we are done. If there is any other question. Great, all done. Shashank, you're still there? Cool, man, ask. I've tried to unmute you. बताओ क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
बस सर वही इशू था, वो टीम ने मेरे से कर लिया कम्युनिकेट, लाइक मैंने उन्हें व्हाट्सएप पे
अच्छा, ठीक है. Okay,
एज वेल
okay,
एज सर
cool.
वो फीस
Great.
का इशू था, लाइक डू आई नीड टू पे
Yeah, I mean, just talk to, I think they're the right person. They'll try to help you out. Don't worry.
थैंक यू वेरी मच.
और कुछ है? Is there anyone else? No. Cool. All the best. The whole point of this session was that can I persuade you? Can I convince all of you to attempt and get assessed? Okay. The frequency ideal should be every fortnight. Okay. It could be for prelims, it could be for mains or for optional. But यार छिपो मत mocks के पीछे. Be slightly courageous. Please face that. And please let's stop telling each other the story of, I've completed the syllabus just because I finished a book. I mean, UPSC doesn't have any tie-up with any book or publication. All right. It's topical. The syllabus is topical in nature. Have I covered the topic? And that doesn't stop when we just say, okay, I've read the topic or watched some video. No. How much marks am I getting? That is the question we are asking every 15 days. And please make sure that is the question you start asking from now on. That is the whole point. And if you start doing that, my job is done. Right? I'll call this session a successful session because I kind of pushed you towards slightly closer to, what UPSC requires. So I hope this helps. And my name is Prayas. You can always WhatsApp us. My email ID is prayas@civilsdaily.com. Please feel to write. Please feel to reach out to us. Go to civilsdaily.com, read our current affairs, subscribe to YouTube channel. And we'll keep bringing such sessions. We'll keep bringing more toppers, ideally to help you. So good night, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.